All righty. Can you hear me now? That's one wonders. Uh,
Yep.
okay, very cool. Hey, everybody. Glad you joined Dementi's stream here. He's been doing it for quite a few months now, and it's great just to sit down and take a look at. But today, with the World Championships, very important day to check out some of the best players out there. Otto's up one game. He made a quick kill in that first game. Let's see if Amber can hold him back this time, or Philip can hold him back with Amber.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to see much of the first game because of the issues, but it seemed like a pretty crushing defeat of Philip.
It went fast. I think Otto, what Philip just said, he drew four of the blood, or three or four Blood Frenzy's first hand, so he did not get a good opening hand. Otto is saying that he got some funny stuff in the beginning, but he had the cards he needed. That's the way you do this. Again, same play, first two drop, an important two drop, gets the Lierian Knight. What does that knight do for you, anyways? I know he's got some text. I just can't read it here.
The knight takes one less damage while he's in combat with allies, but if he takes ability damage, he takes one extra.
Oh, okay. So he has a bonus and a weakness.
Yep.
That seems to be most of the cards out here. Well, Philip has come right out and taken the board, although Otto is protecting himself well with the black garb there. Let's see if there's a smashing blow coming up real quick. Ill-gotten gains. There you go. He's got his draw out. It's a good set for a rogue.
Yep, a smashing blow, or heck, even a jeweler's dream or something would at least help.
Yeah, definitely. Take one of those. Let one of those allies live, and not give Otto the two cards that he's anticipating to get here. That'll dang near Philip. There you go, jeweler's dream, my friend.
Yep, and he can probably even, he might have a follow-up. We'll see. We've definitely seen him hit with the jeweler's dream and not have a follow-up. And he doesn't.
And he chose not to hit with any of his allies. You know, I mean, he's playing it smart here. And Shuriken.
Shuriken's going to take out the knight. There's that one extra damage coming in handy.
Very good. And now if he hits that, he's going to take the board back and kill that priest. He's taken a bit of damage here, so he's put himself down by 8 points. But this is still anybody's game at the moment. Yeah. Poor Otto. Nobody wants to hang out with him. He's too damn smart. Not even his allies. Blood Frenzy. Okay. Now we've got some draw.
Yep. Don't know why he would let Philip know that, but then again, he's Otto, so.
He's bantering. You know, I mean, good players, some are silent and some will banter a little bit, you know, as long as they're not trolling each other and totally distracting, although I suppose that's part of the rules. You could do that if you felt like it. Wily Smuggler.
Yep. And we've definitely seen that card come in handy, and once again, I'm pretty happy to see such an unorthodox card in the World Champions.
Yeah, that's, you know, it's just, you know, what would be fun if Selfishness popped up. I have never seen that card played, but I still don't know what the hell it does. I don't think anybody does for real.
It takes away passes, or not passes, but it takes away Defender and Protector, and then
okay.
The owner of the ally that has Selflessness attached to it can't target it. So they can't buff it, they can't put anything on it, they can just use it to attack from now on.
Yeah. I can see why it's not used so much. Okay, we got a priest keeping his shadow energy down. And I think he's deciding whether he wants to attack right now. He can't take out the ally, even if he uses his shadow energy. And all he would do would be getting rid of Serena's weapon, but he would take a good hit, knocking him down to 14 points at 29, and that's a very good
I think
fight.
I would definitely go for it, but it looks like he's decided to go for the Wily Smuggler.
Yeah, I think he's keeping control of that board. The man wants the board, which is smart, because that's how Otto took it last game. He kept the board. Okie dokie.
Yep, and
Salt
there's
River.
the Cutlass coming out, and the Smuggler's going to make that a little cheaper.
Yeah. Oh. There you go. That. No, no, please let me know. Ah, and he stole a card that he can use very well there.
Yep, Crippling Blow is a pretty good one to steal.
I think he loved the fact that he stole Blood Frenzy last time.
Yeah, that was quite something. This is definitely a much more even match this time, and it is a best of 5 today, so they've got a ways to go.
Yeah, we should expect a lot of close games out of all these people, all these players out here fighting for their lives. Yep. D, I got to take a quick break. I'll talk to you in a bit.
All right, no problem.
Hi.
Yep, and we saw the Stop Thief come out for Otto there, going to take out the weapon which Philip desperately relies on. So here's hoping he gets another one soon. And there it is. Not buffed, but it's helping take out the Cutlass before it gets a chance to take another card from him. Visca charges in to take that weapon. That's just two less damage that thing's going to be able to deal. Of course, Warflare gets past Visca's passive, but I don't think that matters that much in this particular instance. I mean, Visca will probably go down now, but spending the Shadow Energy on a halfly destroyed weapon is not always the greatest thing in the world. But he decides to do it anyway. Just keeping that life total up until he can draw that Enrage. And he answers with his own Visca. Gonna go ahead and get rid of that Cutlass. Gonna break Amber's ankles for a bit, or at least try to. Taking back some hefty damage, making the life totals a lot closer. But Otto did get to discard a card there. And a Stop Thief is going to prevent the Visca from coming in and doing too much. And it's looking pretty even for the most part. Would give, depending on whether or not Philip gets a weapon, matters a lot here. Smashing Blow, taking care of the other weapons pretty good. That's all he's got, though. Nope, he's got a Seductress. So pretty much pulling the exact same trick he just pulled for Sword Thief. But no Enrage. Thought Ripper's Cutlass coming into play, and he's just gonna try and rush Philip down. Probably should have done that in the other order, actually. I mean, playing Visca is definitely not what Philip wants to do, but... Well, okay, never mind, I guess... See, this is why they're at the World Championships and I'm not, because the Seductress would have come in and disabled something. And he needs just one of these sources of damage to live. You're doing good?
Sorry about that. As always, something comes up. Not unexpected on a Sunday. I see that Otto is not doing very well here.
It's pretty close.
Oh, Lord,
They're
okay, no. Since I stepped away, the health has changed quite a bit.
Yes, it has. Philip is in quite a bit of trouble. He needs to stop all three of those sources of damage, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to. So it looks like Otto is also going to win game 2.
Unbelievable. And they step out with honor, a handshake, GG, mate, from both of them.
But it's not over yet.
Oh, definitely not. You never know. The great gods of draw and shadow era can curse you or bless you from the beginning. Okay, I believe Philip goes first in this next game. First turn advantage does have something to do with this. You know, typing in people's names on these phones is very difficult. I'm not as good as the kids.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had to answer your question real quick. And then we're going to jump in to the third match as soon as it begins.
We have all kinds of interesting things happening here at the Thorpe house. We get a flat screen TV, which is just awesome. Step into the modern age with all you kids out there.
So you guys doing Christmas early, it sounds like.
Yeah, you get to a certain point where you get what you need and you don't wait. You know, there's always something under the tree, but you don't wait. And also, we have a lot of family we have to try and see. So traveling is going to be our Christmas. How about you? Staying around the homestead?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Nothing, man, nothing. I'm waiting for the game to start here.
Yeah, the game is up, so hit the refresh button.
Yep, there it is. Thank you, sir. And awesome.
Yep, and we got Philip starting out with his usual turn 2 play of a Laerian Knight.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's see how we're doing here. Well, I wonder how the other guys are doing right now. We have any calls on that? Anybody on your stream want to tell us how the other players are doing? Come on, speak up. Type up. Type up. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to just see what's going on. And, yeah, okay, this is a copy of the first game now. 2 T2 plays, exact same allies. And it's going to be a question of who gets their weapons out and does everything as fast as they can. Weapon destruction and board control is absolutely critical.
Indeed it is. And then the Priests of the Lights are pretty critical too.
Yeah.
Because they slow down the power of the weapons. It's especially effective on Amber.
Oh, yes. Yeah, when she could turn her stuff at turn 3 with that shadow energy, either, get Jeweler's Dream out there or a little later in the game, God forbid, Warflame. Nothing's safe. And Black Garb is out again. They've had very consistent draws here. Games have been very similar.
And that's typically what you want to see from your deck.
That's true. That's true. I didn't get a counter. These both decks are around 42 or something like that, if I'm not incorrect, which means they're both going for consistency as opposed to trying to play around with, the larger decks. Although there are a lot of great, what I call trick cards out now, Ground Shift and other ones I can't think of at the moment. Here we go. There we go. Takes the board. And he is going to take a good swipe at Serena. Does not use his shadow energy. Bad
Probably
Santa.
because he wants to get rid of the... He doesn't want to really waste the damage from that armor.
Oh, absolutely.
And probably save it for Warflail, considering that has a lot more application for taking the board back. We see Spirit Shuriken come out and take care of that Knight once again. Which I'm... Oh, yeah, because he's going to attack into that.
And the board is his. Neutral board, but Otto is down by 6 in health. Another bad Santa. God, I love you, Philip. Fantastic card. And it's not often you see bad Santa in a warrior deck. They always rely on Blood Frenzy.
Yep, but I think the reason why we're seeing it here is because weapons are pretty fast answers to things. So drawing them with Bad Santa is not terrible.
No, not at all. He's he's on the old Santa bomb. He's completely flooded Otto's deck. So if Otto needed a card, he couldn't get it on that draw. So Otto's actually just a little bit behind the game. But he does have a good couple of cards there to play.
Yep, and he's got his Shuriken to help absorb some of the damage from that Jeweler's Dream.
Philip is right up again. Shadow Energy will be up on the next turn, so I'm betting he's either gonna put a bunch of allies out or he's gonna throw out that Warflail and take a good whack. The more he can knock Otto down, but then again, last game he had Otto down fairly far and Otto managed to come back. So cool heads will prevail here.
We're going to see a retreat, just slowing down Otto as much as he can. And we're going to see an Alden, which is a pretty solid ally. Probably preparing for Visca next turn.
Good, Otto. Come on. Got to get something on this board here. An 11-point gain. Not good for Otto at the moment. Hoping he gets a little traction here, at least make a better game of it. But then again, I'm not sure how he did it last time because I had to leave. You're right, there's Visca.
Yep, but I'm more expecting a Visca from Philip here, because the Alden will bring it up to 4, and 4 damage to the face right now is definitely something Otto doesn't need.
Yeah, absolutely.
But instead we see a Seductress. And a Priest of the Light. And he's just going to go straight. He's just going to go straight for it.
Yeah, and I don't see any reason not to. Visca is now neutralized. God, the old Spirit Shuriken, he could have at least taken half that board out. At the moment, I don't think he can do that at all. Could maybe get one ally there. Otto's got to make a smart play here. Oliver! Ha!
Yep, and I'd rack Oliver among some of the better plays.
Yeah, I agree with you. I did not think I didn't know he had him. And that's wow, so he's out there.
I'm pretty sure he has. I know he has at least 2. I don't know if he has any more than that though.
That's Oh, wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. He,
for those who are unsure, uh, these are the same decks from yesterday. They had to use the same ones.
oh, okay. Somebody wasn't sure there was deck lock. Absolutely. That would be crazy if it was not deck lock and you could just choose anything. I do believe. I don't know how that would affect the game, but I don't think it would be
Well,
good.
it is split up into two separate tournaments, a Swiss and then a final top eight. So there is a sort
Absolutely.
of big break in there to make that decision whether or not they could change decks. But they said no, so. And looks like Philip is just bringing the life total down really far. I think it's probably donezo for Otto.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you here. It's not a good thing. Unless, yeah, I don't see how he's going to come out of this. He cannot strike Amber without dying. Um, he can do that.
And then we see a smoke screen. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, really. that hell, that would be amazing.
Yep, and it looks like by Otto's question, he is admitting defeat.
Yes, Philip, you did go first, sir.
Yep.
Don't think they can hear me, but that's okay.
Voices reach them in their hearts.
Yeah, right.
But Otto does have a 2-game lead, so he only needs to win one more, and Philip's got an upward climb.
Yeah, that's true. But we can see right there that, a good draw and, of course, a great player behind that deck means that it's anybody's game. Um, Philip, I don't know if he adjusted his play or just played the cards he had, but he definitely made sure that Otto did not take that one easily as the first game happened. Oops. Let's see here. Okie dokie. So he's checking up on that. And now my search thing is giving me trouble, of course.
It doesn't look like it's started quite yet.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I just got it. It's like I say, fat fingers, small phone. Didn't work out very well for me. Unbelievable. Yeah, we've got a lot of. There's a fair amount of commenting going on in the Shadow Era Telegram world here.
I think I need to restart Telegram, because I don't see any.
Well, it was there, and now that I'm clicking on each thing, we're been like 6 or 7 minutes since the last comment. So I bet you a lot of people are watching the games or simply playing games on their own, um, which I'm not sure what I would be doing. I'll tell you what, you learn a lot watching these guys. Just how to take well-crafted decks and go up against any hero out there and come out victorious. That's kind of the cool thing about Shadow Era is even with tier 1 heroes, tier 2 heroes, you can bring a tier 5 hero in and all of a sudden make it a winner with the right combination of cards.
Yep, that's pretty much one of the things that I've mentioned about, or to people who don't play Shadow Era and they wondering what it's all about. I pretty much tell them that if they're competitive players, that like the diversity in the top decks is actually pretty much higher than a lot of other card games. So that the tier 1, 2, 3 decks, while we still have that system, the gaps between each tier are much lower.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one or two tech cards. Yesterday I was talking about Elementalis and a deck that had gone on probably 2 years ago now, and it was the Exaltation deck, Exaltation and the Super Focus deck. And it dominated through the entire season. And then Exaltation or something got nerfed, shot that one in the foot. But it was a heck of a. There we go. They have started.
Yep, and they have our favorite turn 2 play of all time.
Wow, you're already in there. I'm watching the cards load. pretty. A nice little purple deck theme going on here. A sunset red theme on top. You think they color coordinated before this?
Well, fashion is the top tier level of thought when it comes to Shadow Era.
It's got nothing to do with card play. It's all how you look. Okay, and Otto has taken the board. 2 allies out. We got Streets there. Streets is playing that Tala deck, I believe. And he's watching.
Waiting.
Yeah, that's right. Round by round. So I wonder, did he win? Did he take him out?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't see it posted yet, so.
Yeah, okay. All right, now he's making it difficult for Otto to clear this board. Throws Aldon out there, and Wily Smuggler's going to go. Okay, Otto's getting a little bit of draw here.
Yep, and that Smuggler's going to make that cheaper.
Ah, see if we've got another 2-drop coming up.
Yep, Larian Knight putting that shield to good use.
Takes out the +1 attack from Aldon, puts him in the grave, draws a card, and who knows? Hey, there's last year's world champion is watching us now. Burnout.
Yep,
on Ibis.
Unfortunately, he didn't make it to today, but he still made a pretty good showing, in my opinion.
He did. I got to watch a couple of his games last night, and he did not go down without a fight. He made. I'm trying to think of everybody he played, but there was the one game he played. He had to fight tough, but he made him pay, and that's Smuggler, taking away the advantage there. But that's a smart move.
Yep, and he managed to get Blood Frenzy fairly early, so that's going to be pretty huge.
Definitely. Both these players need their draw, so we're going to... Oh, you can't kill the Diplomat, or the... I always want to say Larian Diplomat. Huh. Kiki's here. Wow, we're bringing out everybody. Wonder if Otto's sweating. All right, Ankle Breaker.
I probably spelled that one wrong. My spelling is not very good. But yes, A1 stands for Alliance 1.
Okay. I saw that question pop up real quick. Wasn't quite sure what it was. Yeah, you knew that.
Why would you ask if you knew? Anyway.
Yeah. Now, that's what you call a trolley comment. But that's okay. Boingo, boingo. Wow. War Flail, here we go.
Yeah, see, that's... Anyway.
Yeah, let's see. Does he have a Stop Thief? Can he take this out? Because Amber's got great shadow energy built up. And,
yeah, and smartly didn't use it knowing that it wouldn't be necessary to take out the...
Absolutely.
To take out the knight there, because that is one of the things is heroes, even if it wasn't War Flail, heroes, the damage from heroes doesn't get reduced by knight's ability, so weapons are very effective against him. And we're going to see a card get discarded here.
What goes bye-bye?
Oh, the Spectre Saber, the Spectral Saber.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play that one yet, but of course I didn't get to see all of his games. That's a useful card if you want to get rid of some crazy attachment out there. Of course,
it was pretty critical in one of his matches yesterday where he had to use it to destroy Lithite coating so that he could smashing blow a Rotham's Visage.
Got it. Yeah, that's wow. Somebody was using Rotham's Visage. That with the Lithe coat. I always pronounce it Lithe. If it's Lithite, that's cool. That when that combo comes up, that's devastating.
You know, that card pronunciation is definitely one of those weird things with Shadow Era.
Yeah, it is. And everybody pronounces things a little bit differently. Well, I think if I'm not incorrect, Hitachi has taken out his opponent 3-1 or 3-0. Let's see. I believe so. So that puts one of our players up into the next round.
Yep, I'm kind of trying to stay as impartial, but you know, go
Well,
A1.
Yeah. Yeah, of course I'm not impartial. Anybody out there who thought I was would be foolish. I have huge respect for all the guilds and all these great players out there. I think anybody in Shadow Era knows that about me. But of course, I am the quote leader, ridiculous that it is.
Oh yeah, you're a
of
guest.
A1.
You can feel free. You can feel free to not be impartial. So
Yeah, that's true, but it's still, I'm, yeah, of course I'm rooting for us, but at the same time, the fact that we're watching great games here, just raises my respect for the challenge that, guilds bring against each other. Now, Otto's got the board here, completely, and
yep, things aren't looking too good for Philip here.
I still don't know what Hitachi's hero was. But I know he took out Zaladar, so here comes Warflail. Let's see how he uses it this time. He's got plenty of Shadow Era or energy. He's going to clear the board a little bit. Smart man. Ah, there's the stop key.
Otto is just staying on top of those weapons.
Yeah, smart man. I mean, he's lucky he has it in hand. Night Owl. There's the. Yeah, well, now's the time you wish you could have a tidal wave. Unbelievable. He's got the board. If he can hold this, and if he doesn't pull out he's got 2 more crippling blows and maybe a seductress or 2, and just completely stall Otto's board.
Yep, but
That draw.
Otto knows that he has no such tidal wave, and
Yes.
is flooding the board knowing that there's not much that Philip can do about it.
Oh, absolutely. It's just me living in fantasy land as always.
Don't worry, Flurries of Blow will be out sooner rather than later.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, because even though that Oliver Fagan didn't, grab anything, like just having another ally when your opponent's health is 6.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. Wow. I can see no way that Philip is getting out of this.
Well, we have seen Otto disconnect before, so anything is possible.
Yeah, good point. Technical difficulties can work in anybody's way. So if there's a good hacker out there on RS, you might want to get to work pretty quickly. But there's, you just crippled.
The views of A1's leader is not the views of A1's guild.
No, absolutely not. Especially not when I'm helping RS. A little bit of advice there.
You're helping RS by telling them to hack into the game.
Well, yeah, to tell to disconnect Otto. Wouldn't that? I mean, that would help, right? They don't have to.
No, that's a good way of getting disqualified and banned from the game. I know you're just joking. I know you're just joking, but
well, it's not great advice. But then again, consider its source. Unbelievable. Well, he's not going down without a hell of a fight here. He's disabled almost everybody on the board. And Otto is going to take it right to his face.
Yep, if he has a weapon, it's pretty much over. But he doesn't. He has a Keon instead.
That's not Aeon. That was that new king. That new,
Keon.
Keon. That's it. I thought you said Aeon. Sorry.
No, you're good. They sound very similar.
That's your southern accent. All right, come on. This is a key play here.
It doesn't look like it's going to be enough, though.
No, there. Philip is conceding.
Yep, it looks like Philip is going to go down, but he certainly didn't go down without a fight.
No.
And I actually very much enjoyed seeing Amber plow her way to the final day. And it looks like Otto's going to go on with Serena, which is one I'm very happy to see, considering you and I alike, we started with Serena as our first hero.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Now, do you prefer her current look with the beak or the old look? I like the old look personally. Hair was a little
Uh,
shorter.
I mean, it's the same character, just a different. But
Yeah,
yeah,
she.
and I don't really know. I think I like both of them.
Yeah, whatever. They do the same thing, right? It's still Serena. Oh my goodness, that was one hell of a bout. I'm checking challenge log here or challenge, however the hell you pronounce that. See what anything's been posted yet. Not looking that way. Who's hosting this thing? Is it Sam? Gotta get on him.
Trust me, he's busy enough as it is.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I gotta give Sam some crap. It's been the highlight of my life. Oh, and okay, well,
It looks like out of the matches, it looks like Beantalk and Emigor are currently the only ones playing.
okay. I'm gonna hop into that real quick. Oh, it's 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and hop in until we see some changes here. In fact, just now the challenge board is filling up, so Hitachi did beat Samu to death 3-0, and Otto won 3-1, and Amber Fade beat Streets Ahead 3-0.
Amber Fade is no joke. That's a fairly new player. What, 2 years, maybe 3 years they've been with us, and but they have definitely come out to be a tough player. Oh, we got a Praxis and an Elementus here.
Praxis versus Zaladar, both
Oh,
elementals.
Zaladar, sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You were thinking elementals, so.
You're right. You're right.
It looks like this is going to be a long game based on the fact that it was made 20 minutes ago, but
Yeah. Well, we
take
might
a
be able
look.
to catch up. Might be able to catch up.
Yep, and I'll keep an eye on challenge to see if they end, because if the next round starts, we'll probably just jump into that one.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So they're on their second game or third game here and tied up or something.
I didn't actually look, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to go scrolling through windows. Oh, well. I don't blame 'em. Yep. Yeah, we're way back in terms of Dean saying it seems the end, whatever that means.
Yeah, I think he means it seems like it might be the end of the match, which we are nowhere near.
No, definitely not. Yeah, fast forward button on this thing. Oh. Let's see who's going to be playing.
Well, not to toot Shadow Air's own horns, but we're one of the few games where you can actually watch replays without a third-party client, so whoop whoop.
No, that's another great thing about the game is you can, you can go back and learn as much as possible, or just enjoy watching great games, without watching a YouTuber or something like that, which is not really my style. Um, yeah, okay. Well, in the next round, we've got Hitachi is going to be versus Otto, and it's either going to be Emigor or Bean Tank versus Amber Fade. That'll be our semifinals, which will happen fairly soon here. Turn are we on? Turn 7, and this has got to be in the turn 14, 15.
Yep, and there's a disconnected prompt there, which means the game has ended, but I'm waiting for the brackets to update real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to get out of there, too. Okay, well, Emigor is ready for Bean to start in the next game. You want to jump into that when it happens?
Yeah, if they're going to the next one, we will do that. So
Awesome.
sort of play a live game instead of a
a live long game. Either one of those.
Yeah, and both of them have bigger decks from the look of it too.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, they have come up. Okay.
See an Infinity Core coming out on turn 2.
I just found the mute button. Little Kip says hello.
Well, hello, little Kip.
Yeah, she decided it's okay. She's got to come check this stuff out. Infinity Core is one of those cards I just can't stand. So I always thought that was a little overpowered, but it doesn't seem to have, changed the game so much that it has made a big difference or a large outcry. But when it first came out, oh, I couldn't stand that thing. Under cost, getting the health back a little bit, and a card, two for the price of one. Well, it seems like we've got everybody watching this game right now, which is I don't blame them one bit.
And it's not surprising when it's the only world champion match going on right now.
Okay, way to point out the obvious, sir. Thank you.
You are welcome. That is what I do, considering the obvious is usually not obvious to me.
Well, you're on your A game today. Let's see. Okay, Harbinger. Any discards? Oh, all hope or lost hope, whatever that card is.
You combine your suggestions.
Yeah. Okay.
All hope is lost.
Thank you. Yeah, that's another fun one if they get that situation right and then just pound you to death. Doesn't matter how much health you have, coming back at you.
No, but just make sure that if you do hit that point where you're taking mill damage, that you end it faster before they have a chance to finish you off with the last cards they have.
Yeah, absolutely. I have not had that opportunity when I run up against that. By that time, I'm out, or in a very, very bad way. Bean was disconnected. That's not a good.
No, it is not.
Well, if they don't agree to play again.
I actually didn't. I didn't get a chance to actually look at the score. Do you know what game this is?
No, sir, I don't.
Oh, well, it's not that big a deal.
It's not posted on the challenge log, I don't think. Mango doing a little advertising there. You got to type in and say, no, watch Demenchi stream. Yeah, there's been no movement on this board. I am thinking that Bean did get disconnected.
Yep, he's got about another minute to come back, though.
No.
Not looking too good.
Yeah, now they have the option. If they agree, they can replay, correct?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Well, and I can't say it would be, what Amagor's decision
I don't
would
think
be.
I don't think anyone would think of it to be too unsportsmanlike to say that he won. Even though it really just depends on the person. I don't really think there's any right or wrong answer here.
No, I agree with you. The game got to pretty much turn 5. That means you're well into the game, and so I don't see that that's would be a bad call or quote unquote dishonorable at all. Well, I think I'm gonna. Yep, there it goes. Everybody's left the game. The game is closed, and now we've got to wait and see what happened.
Yep, and I'm gonna search their names real quick and see what match that was.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here, and I see 1, 2.
Yep, so that was match 3.
Okay.
Beantalk won the first one, and Emigor won the second one, and probably won the third one. But that's up to Emigor.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and being that it wouldn't be a clear win, um, I'd probably take the disconnect as a win. You got to use everything to your advantage as much as you can, especially when you're dealing with the World Championship.
Yep. I think since it's the World Championship, more people would be inclined to be like, yeah, I think I'll take the win on that one. Because I've even been to tournaments for other games and have made mistakes that caused my opponent to decide whether to replay or not. And almost 100% of the time, they've taken the win.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's part of the rules, and if it's in the rules, it's in the rules. That's just the way it goes. And not seeing any new games pop up, and searching Telegram for any messages from Bean to anybody, and I'm not finding it there either. So we are in the dark, kids. We have to sit and wait this one out.
And I'm wondering if the poor connection is why he was late as well.
Very possibly. Very possibly,
Because it said he was online, but he wasn't answering anybody, so it may have been the case.
Yeah, and wouldn't that just be a horrible thing? Here you work so hard to get to the World Championships and the finals of the World Championships, and you're sitting in a crappy website or wherever, or not website, you know what I mean? Bad connection zone. They should have street signs like that warning you, this is a bad connection zone, along with blind children at play. Come on. You hearing from anybody?
Not quite.
Yeah. Refresh, and I'm getting nothing.
Just Ian was asking if Otto and Hitachi were going to go ahead and start, and Sam says they were going to wait.
Okay. Well, they probably need a break. I don't blame them. I'd take a few minutes to collect my thoughts.
Speaking of break, I'm going to go refill my coffee real quick and be right back.
Sounds good. Well, kids, I don't know who's watching or listening, but it's been a heck of... Oh, well, we got Bean and Emigor are up. Do not know if they agreed to replay that game. I would bet not. But here we go. So let's get back into this a little bit. Come on. All right, everybody's going to join and watch the game. Gondo, Raw, Silverclaw, everybody's there right now. And see if anybody has a T2 drop here coming up. Emigor will probably throw out that Infinity Core again, if he's got it. No. Loom of Fate. That's a weird card, giving the card to everybody. They're up, buddy. And Emigor just dropped Loom of Fate. Bean has done Harbinger.
Oh man, they started right as I left, didn't they?
Yeah, basically yes.
Okay. Sarajin, welcome to the stream.
Sarah's there?
Long time no see indeed.
Absolutely. Hey, Sarah. Haven't talked with him in a little while. He still floats around. One of the great old players.
Coffee hot.
Yeah, don't.
My old cup, I guess, had been sitting here a while. Yep, so I'm playing a little bit of catch-up. It looks like, that Harbinger of the Lost got a reactor array. And we see a full-fledged one come out.
Okay. Sorry, I just found the mute button here, which comes in handy.
Indeed it does.
Stardust Extractor. There's one of those nasty cards. Gives you a good bonus if it stays alive on the board. We have Emigor taking board control here. Bean does have his Shadow Energy ready. Let's see if he uses it.
I would imagine so. But I'm still just slightly behind you. And he does.
Yeah. Got that Shadow Font. Gets himself ready for the next round of taking that Extractor out.
Yep, but it's going to get him at least one card, which is what you want, at least one.
Yeah, exactly. That you throw it out there, as an ally, as a threat. Leyline Nexus. Now, I don't know if that would have been useful at all to him in this deck, or versus Praxis, but we shall see. There he goes.
Yeah, I think
swipe of damage.
I think there are worse things that he could have gotten discarded. So
Absolutely. No, it's always one of those. When someone discards a card from my deck, I'm
it seems Bean disagrees with us.
Well, maybe he knows something about Emigor's deck that we don't. God, the Ongo Boingo. Almost say, why did you name yourself Ongo Boingo? Child of the 80s. All right. Emigor's got full board control. Bean can clear out 2, which he is going to do right here. And
yep, and we'll see what he decides to drop down.
Come on, hit us with something. Shadow Font. Well, he is definitely keeping up with the board as best he can, and keeping his shadow energy high. So anything but a fat card out there is not going to do much for Emigor. And of course, he goes for draw here.
Yep.
Bean has a serious lack of draw going on.
Yep, and as we know, draw is king in Shadow Era.
Absolutely. Okay. You just whistling to yourself there? You're trying not to burn yourself on the coffee.
Trying not to burn myself on the coffee. They can't they can't hear that because I've got push to talk on. So.
Oh, that's okay, but it's more fun, especially if they can.
Oh, we're gonna see Shadow Veins.
He's going to keep beating down with his shadow energy as much as he can. I believe we've seen 3 shadow fonts already, correct? It's 2 or 3. Definitely 2.
Not sure.
Okay,
there's okay. There's where Leyline would have came in handy. Yep, and that kind of shuts down that Shadow Vein as well, since it has to deal damage in order to gain the shadow energy. We're going to see Dark Light Time Lord this time around, so he's going to use his shadow energy to steal a card. Yep, by targeting Emigor's graveyard, he managed to steal a card from him. Alright, and I did get confirmation. Emigor did take the win for the disconnect.
Okay.
Kind of figured he did, but I asked just to make sure.
Oh, I agree. That's a good thing to find out and be sure about. Can't blame him one bit. Cannot blame him one little bit. That's the first time I've seen a Dark Time Lord played, so it's kind of neat. And of course, Praxis with that horrible, horrible ability of his.
He managed to only get 3 though. Maybe that's enough for him. Maybe not. We'll find out. Time Lord is definitely one you want to take care of. For those who are not aware, Time Lord is a 2/6 6-cost ally who has haste, and when he has a shadow ability for 2 shadow energy, you select a card in a graveyard, and that card goes to the bottom of its owner's resource pile, but you take a is it the bottom or the top? Yeah, okay, it goes to the top of the resource pile, and then you take the bottom of that player's resource pile, so you can steal cards and stuff like that with it. It's pretty interesting card, and we're gonna see a Soulbound Armor come out, and he's not gonna turn it into an ally.
No, he wants to prevent a little damage here. And I believe, I would be very surprised if Emigor does not discard from Bean's deck again. I mean, that's the great thing about Praxis, is we just whittle away your cards. Yeah, there he goes. It's an ally. Oh, discarded reactory. Oh, and he's got all of his resources left. Well, Praxis definitely has control of this board right now. He is whittling Bean's deck down way too fast for my liking. And still has that Armor of Ages out there, most annoying bits of armor, but incredibly useful for an elemental hero, especially one that doesn't often use weapons. Doesn't matter if he can attack or not. And what's he going to do? Probably try and clear the board. Would be, yes, that's exactly what he needs to do there. Take that, and now he is going to use his Soulbound Arbor as an ally. Okay. Time Lord comes out again. And he has cleared the board. Of course, Emigor has all those lovely support abilities down his lower deck, lower area of his playfield. But Bean does have a nice little array of allies. Oh, he did have a nice array of allies. Everybody goes bye-bye.
Yep, the energy discharge takes care of that.
Bad Santa. Hello, Bad Santa. Here we go. Gonna bomb out Bean's deck. Thaddeus out there. A little ping damage, as they call it. Now he pulls out Loom of Fate, which is going to be just fine for him. Oh, okay. Took out the Soul Reaper. I believe that's 2 I've seen of those, so if he doesn't have more, he won't be able to build his health back up, and that could hurt Emigor in the end. Bean has taken the board. Oh, Valley of Doom. Not good. Okay, well, Praxis is healing himself and almost playing a waiting game here.
Yep, we see he had more than one copy of the Yahari Valley of Doom.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
the gift that keeps on giving for Kip. And
Bad Santa,
Harbinger
baby.
is going to come out and take out All Hope is Lost.
Bean's card count is worrying me. He's down to 14. Praxis can now reduce that to 10 very quickly. He's not liking where he's standing. Seems I lose again.
Which is kind of hard to see from our end, because things seem, with the exception of the armor, things seem pretty even to me.
They do, but Bean's card count, number 1, has got him very low. Unless he has Eternal Renewal or something, he's gonna get decked out.
That's true. I guess I assume he has it because of his sleeves, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, good point. And he kept just trying to get through that Armor of Ages, just to do some damage and get ahead a little bit is insane. The worst part about it is he will end up knocking it out, perhaps, and Emigor will throw another one right down, which would piss me off too. And here we go. Down 7 cards. As one ally, has 1 point of damage. And it goes for the hero, ignoring the board. Mind control. Remember when mind control used to be one of the most hated cards out there? Now it almost seems passe. Bean has taken the board back. You got the Rapid Frygon out there. Takes the Reactory out. Bean's got good draw options, but can't really afford to draw much.
Yep, he's gonna have to really start getting the board if he wants to make a comeback here. Although that Armor of Ages does only have 1 more durability.
That's true, but it's that's 1 more hit. It does no damage. Okay, well, he'll take it out here. Now your Nightmare. Let's see if another Armor of Ages pops right back up.
And it looks like he discarded a Brimstone, which is not so great. But the armor is gone. Hopefully for Beantalk's sake, he's going to really hope that there's not another one of those.
Yeah, that's unfortunately what I'm fearing. But whether Emigor would actually drop it now, using up, 6 of his, I believe it's a 6 drop of his 10 resources. Ah, there you go. That's just horrible. He is going to draw him out. A heal.
Yep, if there's no Eternal Renewal, things are looking pretty bleak.
Very much so. As far as health goes, they're pretty much matched, but that does not matter to Mr. Bean here. Just got to go straight for the face.
I don't know that I would have done the energy extraction there. You get past the armor, but you need the ally to get rid of the armor.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's doing all that he can do to take as much damage. He is down to 7 cards total. And that's...
I'm wondering if he has a plan for those 7 cards. Now, granted, he's only going to get potentially only 4 of them.
Agreed.
Because next turn Praxis will be able to take them off the top of the deck.
Yeah, and then we get into the realm of losing 1 point for lack of draw, unstoppable damage, and that's when people start throwing, the All Hope is Lost and Bad Santas and everything at you just to bleed you to death.
All right, welcome to the stream, Epotech.
Right, yeah, that's he did not use his energy. Let's see what Mr. Bean's got up his sleeve here.
Yep, he probably didn't use it just so that he could start dealing damage, but not sure which one would be the correct play there. I would have rather starved him of the cards.
Mm-hmm.
And not much Epotech. We're just watching some of the World Champion games, and this is round 1. This is the final game of round 1 by the looks of it, unless Beantalk pulls a miracle from somewhere.
Yeah, well, he's going to take 4 unstoppable damage here if Emigor uses the others. 1.
Speaking of which, after the tournament, I'm actually going to go back and watch the A1 Hitachi versus Sammy to death, so that we can get that match covered on stream. But it'll be when we either have a good chance to watch it or after the tournament.
10-4.
'Cause
No, it sounds like a great idea. A little bit of a kick. Yeah, here it goes.
All hope is lost. Fitting name for that card.
It is. It is. It's you got the dev team really did their research there on that one. Okay. That's the worst way to watch yourself die. It'd be great if he actually pulled out Eternal Renewal.
Yeah, Eternal Renewal would be huge. Then it would beg the question, does Emigor have it?
Yes.
Then again, he does have the Infinity Core, which will help him recycle allies over and over and over again.
Exactly, and that's the one thing I don't like about that card is it's a fairly low cost for, yeah, it's not there. Not there. All right. Well, he's going to...
Yeah, he's Soul Reapered, so there's definitely not a... definitely not an Eternal Renewal in there.
No, definitely. All right. I'll be back in just a moment.
Alrighty. You know, I say that, but I guess maybe you want to draw things like the Shadow Vein and stuff more than the allies. Plus, he needed the health, so that might be Eternal Renewal, but I somehow doubt it. Okay, Death. Yep, and his allies are gone. If that last card in his hand is not Eternal Renewal, then then all hope really is lost, and Emigor will take Game 3. And he does. Yep, that's 3 wins for Emigor there, so that's definitely the best of 5. So now we will be heading on to round 2, and we'll be watching A1 Hitachi versus A1 Otto. Which... got quite a lot of few custom games going on still. Yep, so it looks like it's going to be Banebo versus Serena.
Alrighty, so where are we, sir?
Yep, we are waiting on the match to begin. Emigor did, in fact, win. Beantalk conceded. So that last card, despite what the sleeve said, was not Eternal Renewal.
Yeah.
Yep, and it looks like the next match is going to be Serena versus Banebo.
Awesome. And who is that? So I guess
it's A1 Otto versus A1 Hitachi.
Oh, all right.
Yep, so we've got a guaranteed A1 in the finals.
Yeah, good point. Good point. It still doesn't
and we actually have a guaranteed BP in the finals. So the finals is guaranteed to be A1 versus BP.
Well, there you go. There's a great guild showdown. You know, 2 guilds with fantastic players, and they're definitely both of them want to take that title. BP's had it before with Vince, and A1's had it a couple times before with Burnout last year and Sisyphus, and then way back in 2012, I believe it was. I want to say Eclipse, A1 Eclipse, but that was just as Shadow Arrow was really kicking off.
Yeah, I I don't remember what year that was. I'm pretty sure I was around for it though.
You were, because I had just started and heard about it, read about it, and I believe I asked some stupid questions on the forum, and that's how I got to meet you. And
Oh.
so everybody out there, you can blame Demenci for me being around here this long.
Well, I kind of started out in a similar way. Had Fusion Jam reach out to me, and that's when AA1, when I got kind of pulled into there.
Yes, you were back in the days of invite only. That was, I mean, there was a lower player base.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I managed to get in there, and I did a lot.
Yes, you did.
It's been a long time.
You wisely ducked out. Went on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, I really should spend a little more time with the guild though. It's just it's just a matter of finding it.
Well, hey, we'll add you anytime you want. Once a member, always a member, as long as you're in good standing. And of course, you are an ex-leader of AA1, which is back, but slightly different fashion. And we closed Kiptergarten, which is a good thing. We're turning out far too poor people.
Kiptergarten, not the highest standard of education, it seems.
It was no standard of education. That was the point. Kate Leno and a couple of the other ones thought it was great. It's just a way of saying hi is all it was. You had a couple little tasks to do, and that was it. Well, have they started?
No, they have not started yet. The other match has started, and that's Emigor versus Amber Fade, Praxis versus Magia.
Okay.
But we're gonna wait on the other match to start, since Gondorian and Insano Mango are covering the other one.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, and you can blame me for a lot. That's fine. I'm okay with that, Sarah Jane.
It's a good blame. It's a good blame. And that was one of the things that people come and go. There's so many games to choose from, but when you bump into a game that has, great gameplay, but then it has a great community behind it, then, I mean, it couldn't have been more attractive to stick around and learn as much as I possibly could. Not that I can play real well, but it's still a lot of fun to hang out with great players and good people. So, that's, sorry, answering somebody here. Send them over to you. Get them on Demenci TV.
Yeah, it's twitch.tv/Demenci.
Okay, cool.
And the other stream is twitch.tv/Gondorian.com. And that's dot spelled out as a DOT. Also, it looks like I'm telling Twitch chat what my hold to talk or push to talk button is again.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so it's twitch.tv .Demenci, right?
/Demenci. Yep.
That's what I. There you go. A little advertising. Thank you.
Should have done that from the start, but whatever.
It's okay. With hopefully, you're gonna have Iftech here. If he's got Twitch, he'll be joining us there. Just wants to check you out, my friend. God, I think Otto and Hitachi have both decided it's time to have a vigorous constitutional and then come back or something. That or they're playing under alt, which again you can't do.
No, they got to play on whatever account they used to play.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it'd get all kinds of crazy if people were able to do that type of no fun stuff. All right. Nope, nothing. Dang. Well, even as well, just taking the two players into account, Otto and Hitachi both know Bane Bow by heart. It used to be one of the, I think it was it was Sisyphus's World Championship deck. Now, how it's been tweaked, I'm not quite sure, but it's one of those decks that it bleeds you to death from the very beginning, very, very fast game. As far as who's going to win it, here's how to score minus points with a guildmate. I don't know. I'm actually going to say it's going to be Hitachi because he knows how to play this deck inside and out. Otto, on the other hand, knows it as well.
The game has started, by the way.
Awesome. Let's refresh. Yeah, carpal tunnel. There we go. Cool. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of 41 cards, 42 cards, a lot of ping damage here. But if Otto can keep Hitachi's weapons down and keep a good control on the board, not too many allies out there, then Otto has a good chance. It's literally a 50-50 toss-up with these two players. They are both taking their time thinking.
Yep, and kind of as we mentioned before, turns don't last too long, but you need every minute that you can get to sort of think out your strategy ahead and make sure you don't sacrifice the wrong thing at the beginning of the game, that kind of stuff.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of the worst things I do is I will manage to sack that one card that could have saved me later on, even if you don't think it is. Okay, Death Collector on the board.
Man, I should have gotten Hitachi a playmat. I forgot he didn't have one, or maybe he just prefers that.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's got most everything he wants out there. But that just might have been one of those details where he just didn't think about it. Said, to heck with it. Or he's doing the esoteric, my playmat is nothing and everything at the same time.
Yep, so we've got two solid 3-cost allies on each side, or, well, one on each side, but 2 in total.
And here goes the ping damage. It begins already.
Yep, and that is going to allow Hitachi to take the board.
Yeah.
They didn't hear that.
You see, that's too bad. That's called character, my friend. No, it's now if he can get through to the next turn with that Death Collector out there, he can boost it, which makes it even more deadly.
Yep, it's definitely a high priority target, but it looks like he's gonna save himself some damage by playing the Black Garb.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not a good card for Hitachi here. Although he is coming up. Yeah, Weevil in good game. Otto's
For a second there, when he said Weevil, I was thinking of that like Scorpion ally.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yes.
But he's talking about the crossbow. He's talking about the crossbow, but I don't know. That's what came to mind, and I haven't thought about that card in a while. But yeah, things are not looking too good for Otto here. He managed to stave off some damage and is going to be able to take back some of the board, but let's find out. Oh, he's not going for board, which actually, now that I look at it, Hitachi doesn't really have that many cards, and I imagine most of his draw comes from Hunter's Gambit.
Probably. Yeah, it's Feasterling. So Hitachi's going to take the board here. He's going to sacrifice this one guy, do a good amount of damage, discard something. Necromancer's Shroud. And that's one way to keep the board.
I'm kind of curious as to why he used the Death Collector for that instead of the Cryptspawn Tormentor.
He probably wants to get another Cryptspawn out there so he can start that cycle of having the Cryptspawn continually come back. I forget the proper terms of that, how that happens, but that's one of those cards. There's that ally, and one other ally that the other one has to be the only ally you have in play, and he'll just go back to your hand. But this guy here, you get a couple of them knocked out.
That is true.
Recycle.
I guess he does already have. I think he has 2 in the graveyard already.
Okay. Yeah, and that's why he's doing it. He wants to recycle his allies.
Still a bit unfortunate because he had already put some effort into making it bigger, but Recursion's
He
probably
took
going
some.
to be important considering he doesn't have any more cards in hand right now, which is one of the worst situations that you can be in.
Yeah, in Shadow Era, that's a bad thing.
That's a bad thing in almost every card game.
Yeah, true. Just and here comes Visca.
Yep, and it looks like he definitely didn't have the two cards in there quite yet because it didn't return to his hand.
Yeah, good, exactly. Well, that's what he was setting up for, I believe.
That's
Fire
not too bad
Besieger.
of a top deck, though.
It's a
Although
card I
it
have not
probably,
seen.
we're probably going to see it get knocked down by the Visca plus the Cutlass there, but
Yeah.
Otto is quickly running out of life.
You know, this is one thing that Otto manages to do is to come back from bad situations, and Hitachi's not in a great situation either, especially with no cards there to plan ahead with. He can only think about what he wants and what he needs. Let's see if he's gonna. I would have gone right ahead and done exactly what you said. Otto is thinking quite a bit on what his move should be.
Well, there is always the taking out the Death Mage with just the Cutlass.
Yes.
Yep, and that looks like that's what he's deciding to do.
Oh, Aeon. There's Aeon, not Kion. I think Kion's Aeon's older brother or something like that. Come back from war.
I actually know that that's not the case, but I'm not going to talk much about the lore.
Oh, okay. I would strike on another forbidden topic. Vermin. Nasty.
Let's just
little
say
buggers.
you guys might end up learning a little bit more about those two in the future.
Okay, that's a great thing. And once again, another good thing about Shadow Era is it's a story behind everything, and you know, for those that are into that type of stuff, you just come out and keep following it.
Yep,
Well.
and that Vermin's not going to be doing too much, but that's another ally to deal. Even just one more damage is going to be pretty devastating to Otto here.
Yeah, he needs to stop this damage, take the board, and this is going to help him a lot here.
Yeah, I still not sure why he didn't take out the
Death Mage.
Death Mage, but oh well. What is the result so far? Give me 1 second and I'll pull that up. Round 1, we had Samu to Death versus A1 Hitachi. A1 Hitachi won 3-0. And then we had A1 Otto 7 versus RS Philip W. And that Otto won 3-1. Then we had BP Amber Fade versus TJ Streets Ahead. Amber Fade won 3-0. And then we had A1 Beantalk versus BP Emigor, and Emigor won 3-1.
And there we are. We're all caught up. And here's your Weevil. And Tachi is going right for the face. Which is
Also,
pretty
welcome
much-
to the stream, Kat von Patten.
Oh my God, it's Cat. Hey, kitty cat, how you doing? She's up there freezing in Sweden or Denmark or Finland or somewhere like that.
Look, we got snow here in North Carolina, so it's
Yeah, it's
freezing
true.
everywhere.
That is true.
This one so far, this is game 1, so 0-0.
Tachi is going to be able to get Otto within 2 points of a knockout here. And
Yep,
but Otto has complete board control.
Yep, but he's gonna have to try and end the game fast because he's basically got 2 turns left.
Yeah,
2 or
you're
3. 2 or 3 depending on
right. At best.
yeah.
Okay. and he's going to get him down to 1 point.
Yeah, feel free to stick with whichever one you want. I know that my streams will be going up on YouTube within 24 hours. So.
Oh, that's cool. So we can go back and check this out.
Yep, that's the reason. That's the reason why I'm gonna go back and cover the Hitachi versus Sammy to Death game, so that the entirety of the tournament should be somewhere online.
That's fantastic. Be able to go back and watch a little bit of commentary there. Well, this is a key play for Hitachi here. He either takes it now, or I believe he is. Yeah, he's gone.
Yep, this is the key turn. It's now or never.
Yeah, and it's down to a top deck too. It's the worst thing that can happen to a player.
Yeah, you'll be on YouTube, so if you want to say hi, Mom, or something like that, go for it. Say or say hi to your cats. I don't know if your cats will watch it, but you can make them watch it.
Uh-oh, Hitachi says GG. Still don't know what that means.
Yep, did he get a weapon? Did he get a shadow font, which I don't think he has, but...
Yeah. It's Otto's turn. So.
Yep, looks like that was it. Otto is taking game 1. Again, probably should just end the game instead of playing more cards.
Yeah, well, you know.
Showing your opponent what you had.
we discussed fashion before, and go out strong. And if you're going to take it, let them know they can't come back on you. Now, come on, hit somebody.
It's probably typing a message if I had to guess.
Yeah. Well, it's a close game, real close.
Very
game.
close.
One health to 2 health, and that's why I really couldn't call it. You know, I knew Otto could turn this around. He knows what type of deck. Dang it, I can't think of the hero there. Bainbo can be played effectively.
Okay, I didn't promise you cat cards, but I did say I would try to get you cat cards. So, even though there's not, you got to remember that a lot of the new cards that came out, we already had the artwork for. So there might be cats in the future, although I am not promising them. I don't have them say what species some of these things end up becoming.
she's got a cat card. There's that panther, and you got Bobcat. I mean, come on.
That's not enough. That is not enough for Catalina.
No, I realize that, but you know, I mean, you want to really hear her go off? Go ahead and throw a dog card in there. That'll,
we have an entire class of wolves.
That's true. All right, Otto disconnected, so we are out here.
That would explain why he didn't do anything.
Yeah, I think they just said that's that. All right, let's search them up and see how fast they can get this one up on the next stream. That was a dang good game. We'll see if Otto can hold it and continue to be the... Oops. Yeah, nope, they haven't started yet. Okay. So we sit. All right, I shall return. Time to get another Coca-Cola.
Alrighty. Yeah, two is just not enough, and I agree with you. I want more cats. I love cats. I have several cats. Well, technically I have 3. 2 that live with me, 1 that doesn't, but that's a long story. Thankfully, having a friend watch him, since I can't have 3 cats in my apartment. It looks like the game is getting ready to go up. Now, see, I'm sure it is, but kind of can't drink while on the job, and even then, I typically don't drink that much anyway. And even then, it's usually more fruity cocktails and margaritas and stuff like that. I don't really do the hard liquor that well. Not because I don't or can't take it, but I hate the taste. It tastes like bug spray mixed with metal shavings. Now, granted, I don't think I've actually had any bourbon, so should try that at some point. Pansy. I knew you were going to say that, but I'd rather drink something that I'd rather drink something that I actually like. Yep, and Otto is saying he's lagging, which is definitely not what you want.
Okie dokie, I'm back.
Welcome
Yay.
back. The game is up, but I can see you're watching that.
Yes, sir. Just popped right in. Probably a turn behind or something. Well. Oh. Itachi is telling Otto to talk on DG.
Yeah, and I'm telling him to disable chat if he's lagging that badly.
Yeah, okay, cool.
That should stop a lot of the bandwidth going through for that kind of stuff, especially considering the number of people hopping in to watch it.
Agreed, yeah. And what are we laughing at, sir?
Catalina says, we need more female players in Shadow Era. Girls love cats. It's a win-win situation for all of us.
You know, she is, Cat, you're steadfast on your love for the feline. And, our cats are with you. My dog is not quite with you, but that's okay.
And we're going to see a retreat from Otto, just making sure that Feasterling doesn't get in some high early damage.
Yeah, so awesome T2 plays, yeah.
It really advanced the board state.
Well, they're both playing a little more carefully. You know, granted the game's very, very early, but Otto came down to you know, almost nothing, and Hitachi almost had him. So he's going to be real careful about taking all that damage that he did last time. We'll see if Hitachi can get the that board set up of recycling undead allies. And there goes the Feasterling.
Yep, getting in that early damage. He's got board control, but Otto has his draw set up now. So if he has a Cutlass or something like that, he can quickly start taking this game back.
Yep, there you go. You called it. And I'll bet that Death Colette. No, he's going to go. He's going to steal a card. Well, that's what he wants to do. Keep his hand full and Hitachi's hand empty if possible.
Yeah, Sarajin, real life does take precedence. No one's going to blame you for that one. But pop in every now and then and say hi. Take a look at what we're doing.
Is that Sarajin?
Yeah, the board's working pretty hard to bring this game back.
Absolutely. Sarajin, damn glad to see ya. Come on back, visit us sometime. Teach us something, sir. He's trying to get rid of that weapon, and I don't blame him one bit. We got 8.
And we see that Otto is just going to go ahead and toss the card that he stole from Itachi.
Well, that's always a good thing if you have somebody else's card, and it's almost, unless it's a very useful card to you, like Blood Frenzy for a mage or for a hunter, it's an instant resource, an instant sack for you. You don't have to get rid of any of your key cards. And there's the crossbow that Otto was looking out for early game, and Hunter's Gambit as well.
Yep, so it looks like Hitachi's finally going to draw some cards and take care of the smuggler while he's at it. Gonna probably save the crossbow for when the Cutlass or Ankle Breaker comes out.
Absolutely. no sense in wasting one of its 2 hits. I mean, 2 points is good, knock down that health, but if he had drawn it, oh, Oliver.
And
Yeah.
grabbing Death Collector, one of the better thing, probably one of the best things you can actually grab with it, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, Death Collector's huge. Well, now we're going to see that crossbow come into play.
I don't know about that. Yeah, we might. He might come in the. He might take the 2 damage for the ally, and he does. Yep, maintaining that board. If you're not going to have draw and card advantage, you might as well have board advantage.
Exactly. Exactly. I didn't know if he had the math there. I wasn't quick enough.
Which technically he's kind of has both, despite having an empty hand.
Mm-hmm. And who's he gonna hit here? Crypt Spawn. Yeah.
That's going to go back to the hand, though, I believe. No.
He stole that Death Collector, so that might have been.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Key on
That
dead.
didn't go to the graveyard.
Now he's got to deal with that smuggler. Looks like he can fairly easily do that here. Wow, 14-13 game Necromancer. Here we go.
Yep, so one of the things that he can do here, and he's probably going to do, is he's going to attack in with the Weevil Tip Crossbow to get rid of that Ankle Breaker, or most of it rather, and then that Ankle Breaker is going to come back and hit the armor, which means that Crypt Spawn Tormentor is here to stay.
Yes.
Harbinger of the Lost tanking that last hit. Things are definitely not looking good for Otto here.
Oh, down to 2 points.
Surprisingly, didn't take out the
Smuggler.
smuggler, but I say that, but that brings him down to 2. So Otto is dead next turn.
Yeah, Otto. It looks like Otto's conceding here. I don't think he has any way to really stop everybody in that deck.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure he absolutely has to have healing. So the only thing that would save him is like Priest of the Light plus Cutlass. But even then, that's only going to delay a little bit.
That's true. That's true.
And he doesn't have it because he goes ahead and gives up on that one.
There we go. We tied up 1-1. That's I kind of figured this would go this way. I'm glad it is. 2 great fighters, guildmates going against each other. Again, we have that happening down in the BP realm with Emigor and Amber Fade.
Speaking of which, it looks like they're also 1-1.
Okay. Yeah, they just started their next game, but we know that Gondorian is covering that right now. And there's Otto and Hitachi have started their game. So we are on Game 3 of the semifinals of the World Championship 2017 Shadow Era. Okie doke. Let's see who gets the board. It's been early board advantage here.
Yep, we got Otto going first this time.
Guaranteed one more game after this. Possible they could stretch it out. They're both thinking hard. Valerian Knight, there he goes. But that's going to be easily taken out with discards.
Yep.
So what the?
That Valerian Knight's going to instantly die to Banebow's ability, but not before it gets a chance to damage that Harbinger. If it's going to die anyways, it might as well get something done.
Absolutely. He's going to clear the board here.
Yep, I imagine that Harbinger's going to kill the Night Owl and before he uses the ability. Because I would use the ability and not target the Night Owl and then forget that Night Owl's going to turn stealth, because Night Owl is just one of those cards that my mind has a tough time dealing with for whatever reason.
You and I, that's exactly the same thing I do. I manage to forget the passive abilities on a lot of these allies and think, oh, I can get them in just a minute. And like right there. That's but he can't. Yeah, there he goes. He's taking them both out.
Don't know if that was a purposeful thing or not, but either way, didn't really make that much of a difference because the damage is still the same.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
it could have made a difference. By the way, I didn't make a note of it before, but that Harbinger discarded the Hellfire Besieger, and I believe it was an Antarctic Looting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not see what Hitachi discarded. Okay, he's already up into the realm of the Shroud. I wonder if he's going to use it already.
He has nothing to use it on, so he probably just
Oh.
didn't have a better card to play, so went ahead and preemptively got it up.
Yeah. Otto's going to pull a weapon, though. I can't remember, but
Yeah, the chances of him having a weapon on this turn is pretty high.
yeah. Yep, Shuriken.
Looks like he's going to go for the Feasterling. That way, I suppose the armor can't be used.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
and the Feasterling deals more damage. Although it does deal damage to Banebow, but probably not worth leaving around.
No, I don't think either one of them wants to leave an ally on the board if they can help it. We've seen that in the last 2 games. You get a couple allies out there, and it's not good. Too much to deal with, and then they start stacking allies. Okay. Now he's working on that weapon. Pulls out another Shroud.
Yep, so that Harbinger is here to stay.
Yeah, this is a great example of a recycling deck. Pull out your allies, sacrifice your allies, pull them back out again.
Yeah, and I really wish I would have thought about playing another one, making it keep the Undead Ally, because when I debuted that card, I used 4 Shadow Energy to blow it
wow.
up with Turadun. That just shows how much players can really dig into the game. And Otto's claiming he pressed the wrong button. I guess that means that he used the ability on accident.
Yeah, sounds that way, and that's unfortunate for him because, of course, he'll probably have a Cutlass sitting around somewhere. But he does throw out Aeon, which is, a very powerful.
I think what he
Protector.
was trying to do was to use the Shuriken's ability and ended up using Serena's ability instead. So he basically lost a Shadow Energy.
Yes, yeah, and that could come back to haunt him.
Actually,
Won't
2
be
Shadow
stealing
Energy.
them. Emmy Striker. He's been around a while.
Yes,
Well,
he
it's great
has.
to see a lot of these old names out here.
It's the World
People
Tournament,
come
man.
back. I know. It's great that people come back to watch all this, and they just stay part of the community for a very long time. A lot of games don't have that sticking power. People don't want to come back and check on it. They just, once they put it down, that's it. In the dustbin of the 1001 apps in the App Store. Okay, well, Hitachi's got a great command on health. There you go.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Then
No,
Sword Thief is going to shut down the Crypt Spawn for this turn. And he's going to go ahead and soften it up.
Here we go.
Desperate for card draw.
Absolutely.
Not to mention
He's got-
Aeon is something you don't want to leave around.
No, you just stack allies behind that, kind of laugh.
Not to mention he can throw out some +1/+1s.
No, it doesn't look like he's going to sacrifice Aeon here for 3 points of damage, which I'd say that's a... Oh, he is. Yep.
Yeah, I wonder if that means... Well, I was going to say I wonder if that means he has another Aeon, but he can't play another one quite yet. But what he did do with that is force Hitachi to draw cards so that he can discard one and take
right.
take it rather.
Steal it. Yeah, he stole that sucker. And it's a Feasterling. He's got to be happy about that. He brought the game to within 1 point. Now, well, okay.
Yep. So if he was going to get the cards anyways, he might as well have dealt 3 damage and taken one of the cards. Oh, and there's a Soul Seeker. That's gonna help Hitachi get back just a little bit. Not not this turn, but maybe the following turns.
Absolutely, yeah. Still real close. Hitachi's going to take some serious damage on this round.
If there's another stop thief in there, though, I think it's probably over for Hitachi.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. He hasn't used it yet, so I think he's just going to burn that down, and he can absolutely do that.
He's going to get rid of it. According to Catalina, Amber Fade won the third game.
Okay.
So it's 2-1 over there.
Hitachi.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty over for Hitachi. I don't really foresee much of a way of him getting out of this.
No. Smoke screen, right? Or tidal wave. That's what he's got to have. He's got to go into
No, he's gonna pull up Lost Lands Part 2 and play Rain of Arrows.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. And top deck. Let's see if we see it. Well, there's no way he can pull this out here. There's nothing I can think of that's going to do, 9 points of damage.
Yeah. I don't even think a Soul Seeker would be enough.
No.
It might buy him one more turn.
Yeah, it's true, but I mean, one turn makes all the difference here. That's
Yep, but that's not the case, so
no.
Looks like Otto is going to win this one.
It's game 2. Yeah, so it's 2-1, I believe. Which means here we go. And he does the quick kill. That's the way to do it. Yep, 2-1 in Otto's favor. Next game should be coming up here fairly shortly. Well, that was not unsurprising. Otto now knows what to expect from Hitachi's deck, and he is playing into that realm. He wants to make sure that he doesn't give Hitachi a chance to build that board up. So he's, as long as he has the cards to counter that and keep his side of the board strong, we're going to see that again. And Hitachi's waiting for Otto to join. We're going to have one hell of a playoff here. Come on, Otto.
Yeah, if I look at the history, though, it looks like Otto actually did completely disconnect before he dealt that last point of damage. So I'm asking Sam now what the call on that was.
Well, I can't see.
Because we're going into... Either way, I guess we are going to do another match.
Yeah, I mean, it's there they are. They just started 1 minute ago. It says now. Dang.
That's weird. I refreshed less than a minute ago, but whatever.
Yeah. It's just a computer. What does it know about time? Probably the default. All right. Well, yeah. It's Otto takes this. It's his. If Hitachi does this, he forces a game 5. Which would be awesome. I don't know that we've had one yet. I don't think we have.
No, there's not been a Game 5 unless the Amber Fade Emigor game is going to go that far.
Yeah.
Which, with these World Tournament matches, you never know.
Absolutely. And he's using that Feasterling's damage. Of course, he can't use it against the Knight because it would just take 2. Knock the Feasterling down to killing range.
Hitachi starting out strong, as always.
Yeah. Now, if that knight attacked the Feasterling, it would take no damage, correct?
That is correct, and I imagine that's what we're going to see.
Otto weighing his options. Sword Thief, he's going to disable.
Not too bad of a plan, and it looks like he wants to get rid of the Death Collector right away.
Yeah, it's a good move on his part to, because he can't take out anybody right now. Well, he could take out the Sword Thief with his ability and Feasterling.
Yep, he can actually wipe the entire board.
Murderous Hulk.
And it looks like he doesn't want to take the extra point of damage to get in the 2 extra point of damage to Serena. So he's going to go ahead and not pump up the Feasterling.
No, I don't blame him. Health here has been a crucial point. That 1 damage from the Feasterling ticking away has got to be weighing on his mind a little bit. As long as it's effective, keep it there. And then otherwise, you got to sacrifice that thing.
Yep, and the Murderous Hulk is going to prove to be a bit of a problem for Otto here.
Yeah, definitely. But he throws out a good, strong ally with that Smuggler. It's going to take a couple of hits to bring it down. I'm sure the Hulk's going to take the majority of the damage.
I actually, what I expect to happen is the Hulk is going to activate his ability, and then the Death Collector is going to come in and finish it.
Okay.
And that's assuming there is no Hunter's Gambit in his hand. If there's a Hunter's Gambit, then that... Whoa!
Yeah.
That's a new card. I have not seen him play that yet.
The Assault Plinth, and I forget what that does. Oh, wow.
Plus 2 attack to Ravagers.
He is going for Otto's face. He'll clear the board, I'm sure, but... Wow. And we have Gondo, competing streams here. Gondo,
that must mean
and
that the Amber Fade Emigor match is over. I would imagine that means Amber Fade won, but I'll have to take a look.
Yeah, exactly. Wait for confirmation. Here comes Thought Ripper. See what he's going to do with this. Take out that Feasterling. Steal a card. Unbelievable. Well, he's definitely got him on the ropes as far as health goes here. But Otto has come back from this type of situation before.
Yeah, it's definitely not impossible or even unlikely. He can do it. Especially with that Death Collector that he weakened earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. It's to hit that would be to sacrifice it. Let's see what Hitachi's got in his hand. That was obviously
not necessarily. He can pump it up to 4/3 and it will survive the damage.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Widespread Decay.
That was strange.
That was a little bit strange. Yeah, I am not convinced that was the greatest play, but he did get rid of the weapon, which is probably the main thing that he wanted to happen. So now, even though Otto has the weapon again, he did have to spend his whole turn to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Hitachi just lost another card. Well, Otto is now playing the majority of Hitachi's cards, and we'll see what he's got in there, if he uses them or sacks them. Hellfire Besieger. That's nasty.
It seems like in all these World Champion matches, somebody has some surprise card near the end. Because like that Assault Plinth, we have not, or at least I rather, have not seen Hitachi play once.
I didn't know he had it in his deck at all. Ankle Breaker.
Gonna shut down the Besieger, which is a pretty good idea considering the low health total here.
Hitachi is top decked again. Okay.
Ooh, the Weevil tipped crossbow is gonna help seal this game.
Yeah.
The next turn, Hitachi has no reason not to use the shadow energy.
Oh, I agree. Ah, Otto wants a draw. Gonna take that card. Okay, well, Hitachi's got an easy 4 points on the board. What could he put up?
Well, see, that's the thing, is,
No.
oh, that stop thief helps a lot, but, yeah, because if he hadn't done that, he was basically dead in 2 turns.
Yeah, yeah. Now he's stretched it out to 3. And now that should be able to recycle if he's got the dead cards in there, undead. And I'm pretty sure he does. And again, we saw more Ravagers, so I don't know. But yeah, next turn, if Otto can't shut down the Crypt Spawn, yeah, well, yep, turn him away. Hitachi will probably go ahead and kill that knight. That lovely +1 ability damage.
And Hitachi's calling the GG, so he probably has another weapon, and he does.
There we go. We are forced to a game 5. Not unexpected at all in this World Championship, especially with 2 great players like this. Boom. And here we go. We are down to the wire. Unbelievable. Great match, but again, you just see a little bit of board control. Both players, although Hitachi did pull that Assault Plinth out, and Plinth, however you pronounce that, and that made a huge difference on points in the early game.
Oh yeah, that card definitely, I think, is the reason why he won that game.
It's a combination, it seems, of undead recycling and Ravager. I'm not sure what you call it.
Just Ravagers, because I mean the Assault Plinth is one of the only like synergies that you see there, but you know, the Ravager allies are pretty solid on their own. So
yeah, and then you add that boost to it.
We know he has the Feasterling. He had the Hulk and the Hellfire Besieger, and
yes.
That's enough. That's enough allies to run something like that. So
it's neat. It's a double tribe game, using 2 different tribes very effectively. So if he gets the right cards, he has 2 different options to run with: recycling his undead allies or boosting his Ravagers. So you got to watch out for both now. And now Otto knows that, and this is the last game. So let's see how he plays it out.
Yep, and we have confirmation that Amber Fade did make it to the finals.
Awesome! Congratulations, beat the Amber Fade. That is a great player and a great member of the Shadow Era community, and well earned to get there to the finals here.
Yep, and we will soon know who Amber Fade is facing.
Not soon enough for my taste. They're both probably standing up from their computer saying, "Give me 5 minutes," which I can't blame them for at all. Oh, come on, guys. Well, you know everybody's waiting on this one game. This is going to be the most populated audience that the World Championships will have besides the Final 5. Anybody who's been interested in this and been watching, it's going to be there. So we'll just watch those names flag across. And here we go. Hitachi is waiting. So hopefully Otto will join very shortly.
And although I didn't get confirmation from that disconnect thing, it unsurprisingly seems like that it didn't matter. Otto was given the victory.
Yeah, he was gonna win, and I.
Yeah, it was really. Yeah, it was really clear that he was gonna win. I
don't think
you know.
Hitachi would call that.
Yeah, I don't
They have
either.
started. Yeah, that's. I think it was just Otto saying, "Okay, it's over. Let's just get on with it." There's Gondo. Da Vinci. Dirk Diggler. Some kind of character. Okie dokie. And turn 1. Everybody sacrifice.
Yep, we did indeed have a match go to game 5, so wonder
Yeah,
wonder what that spells for the finals.
well, I believe Amber Fade is she playing
Majaya.
Majaya, that's it. And that's great. We got a mage in there.
Mage versus Hunter, and well, I guess we'll have to find out which one comes on top.
Absolutely.
Or well, I say Hunter. For some reason, I just put Serena in the Hunter category. It's either Hunter
Well,
or Rogue.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess it's just because Otto has been using so many Hunter cards.
Yeah, well, he has the ability to take them, so why not use them if you can? Well,
This is a little bit of a different start, though.
Yeah, definitely. Feasterling came out on turn 2, got shut down by Sword Thief. Now we have Death Collector there. It's Otto's turn. And we'll see what he goes for. I'm kind of thinking he's going to go for board control, but he might want to keep that Sword Thief as healthy as possible, and he doesn't. He sacrifices it for whatever reason. Wants to soften up the Death Collector, like you said before.
Yep, he decided where the damage went. Although that also means that he'll take some more damage to his hero, but that
He's
could
got a
be a
weapon there.
very deciding factor. And yeah, he most definitely has a weapon. And Itachi decided to spend his resources on pumping up the Death Collector. We
And
might see another 2-drop, but we'll find out.
Well, I hope he has one, because, he's going to sack Lamb. There's something we haven't seen him do. Okay, Itachi does not want to be...
And I totally agree with Burnout there.
Yeah.
And this time Itachi has cards.
Exactly. That's what he didn't want to lose. Otto's going to take a little here, but that's okay. One wonders what he stole, but at least he didn't steal. Stole from a full hand, so that's hopefully Hitachi did not lose what he was planning on. He's still got very full shadow area, or shadow energy, and he's going to get rid of that weapon. We hadn't seen him play a ley line before, so he had it when he needed it here. Night Owl. That's going to die to shadow energy and black garb. Okay. He's going to protect himself. Hopefully get a little draw from ill-gotten gains and black garb.
The Night Owl's pretty much just gonna get cycled here, but that's all right.
Yeah. Wondering if he has that Weevil tip. Yep. There you go. Soften up that armor a bit. Hunter's Gambit, going to keep his hand full. Not even going to use his shadow energy all bit.
Nope, he is just dominating from the start, because that black garb is gone.
Yeah. That's he is keeping himself in an incredibly strong position. Otto might have another weapon, might steal another card, like you say, playing more hunter cards than rogues. And he sacrificed that. Yes, he does have another Cutlass there.
Yeah, so he's going to get to take another card, which he pretty much needs. Unfortunately, the Weevil Tipped is going to take off another one of the durability.
Yeah. No shadow energy left for Otto, so he's got another couple of rounds to go before he can use his that ability again.
Yep. Meanwhile, Banebo can use his ability 3 turns in a row if he wants to.
Absolutely. I'm almost willing to bet if he has an ankle breaker, he'll switch out weapons and try and disable those allies. He can't afford to let Hitachi build up a wall of allies.
Nope, because if that happens, it's over.
There it is. Ah, he stole the Death Collector. That's a good card to steal. Good, steady ally. Bet Hitachi will use.
Imagine we're not going to see it around, though.
I missed that. What? Not going to see what? Oh, stick around? Yeah, no, definitely not. Oh, wait a second here.
He's just going to go for straight damage.
Yeah, and he's going to make sure his hand stays full, which is not a bad idea. Oh, my goodness.
And that would be why.
More. That is one nasty card. Knock him down a little bit more. 6 points.
But Otto does have the ankle breaker.
Concerned. Yeah, so he's probably going to disable that. I would, in a heartbeat. But he's forcing him to use his weapons to take care of allies as opposed to knocking down Hitachi's health. Again, we got a very, very close game. Ah! Oh. Throws Oliver out there simply to get some board presence and put a major threat on the board. Another Forgotten Horror. And Necromancer's Shroud, which he will use immediately.
Yep, he is taking no prisoners.
And we can't blame him one bit for that, though. Gotta get rid of that weapon. Although I'd be willing to bet that Otto has another one waiting in the wings.
Most likely.
He's forcing him to use a lot of his resources if he does have one there. Because if not, that's game. If he can't disable those allies.
Yep. If he has the Cutlass and that card in Hitachi's hand happens to be or basically if he happens to steal a Hunter's Gambit, he can wipe the board. But it looks like instead he's going to prevent them from attacking, which is just as good, if not better.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's true. I think we'll see Oliver go down here and Murderous Hulk. Hitachi is stacking that board. Crypt Spawn, he's keeping Otto back against the ropes here. Down to 5 health. Otto has 4 damage on board. He does have his Shadow Energy built up, so we could do some damage, but how he's going to stop everybody, I'm not sure.
Yep, and that Hellfire Besieger is back in action too, so
yeah,
I think we're going to see Hitachi advance here.
He's got 12 resources and 3 cards. Stop. There you go. He got one more Sword Thief. Hitachi can still get him an ankle breaker. He's going to stretch it on for one more turn. Unless Hitachi pulls a weapon.
That's pretty much it. That's game.
Well.
Or well, no, you're right. You're right. He does get one more turn.
Yeah, the Hulk can't hit the ally or the hero with his ability. He's going for that horror. Ah! Who's going to go back home?
The Besieger. If he doesn't do the Besieger, ooh, that's risky.
Now Otto has taken the board completely back.
Yep. If Hitachi draws a weapon, it's over. because the Besieger can destroy it and deal an extra point of damage.
Ah.
Well, doesn't look quite over yet.
No, it's that one turn. I was trying to figure out the math there. Oh my God, Hitachi Otto can do some serious damage here.
I mean, Otto said good luck in the finals, but
He's not giving
know.
up yet. He has the ability to take these guys out. Hitachi only needs one ally to survive. Oh, he's not going to get it. Unless he, one wonders what that card is he's got there. Not that it's going to do much good. Wait. What you got sitting up there, Otto? Play the card. Another knight. Otto is now stacked that board.
Otto stands a chance. It's all up to the top deck.
Yeah.
Because he's sitting at one life.
You gotta believe Hitachi's sitting there, just got his fingers crossed and. Well, is Otto gonna, or at least one knight?
Yeah, at least one knight. Although if he can't end the game with his ability, it's better to take out as many allies as you can.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Hitachi acknowledging the good luck in finals, so let's see what he drew here. Crossbow? Could it be the crossbow? It has to be the crossbow if he's going to end it. No.
Necromancer Shroud's just as good. Gonna bring back that Forgotten Horror. Those biting last HPs. Oh, well, it didn't matter what he brought it back, as long as it wasn't a Harbinger.
Yeah.
Still, really good games. Really, really good games there. And congratulations to Hitachi for making it to the finals. And we will be covering those as soon as they start.
Absolutely. I will be right back with you in just a minute.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to grab stuff. Alright, I'm back. Yep, so the finals is going to be A1 Hitachi versus BP Amber Fade.
Yo, yo, how are we doing, sir?
We are doing good.
Alrighty. Let's see. Unbelievable. This is going to be a great playoff here. Mage versus one heck of a good hunter. Although it's hard for me to call him hunter because he's undead. Just messes it up for me somehow. But who's to say a hunter can't be undead, right?
Yep, just sort of
Buzzing on
letting
caffeine by the time this is done.
just letting everyone know that the finals are about to happen.
Yeah, it's this is unbelievable, man. Absolutely unbelievable games, and I'm just really happy to be sitting here chatting with you and talking to anybody out there who's been watching your stream. And if they are watching it, I urge you guys to get in touch and watch it as often as you can. Yours, along with Gondorian, when he does stream, you never know what little tidbits Dementia here is going to give out. He's already given out a few on this show about possible upcoming cars and things like that, unofficially, of course. But you also get to just hang out with some of the great people who play here.
Yep, and since I did miss a couple of my streams in November, I got about a week of like clean stuff, like open week. So I'll be streaming a lot this week, probably 3 more times.
Huh.
So look out for that.
Very cool. Yeah, that'll be neat. I think that's one thing that Shadow Era is catching up on now is the fact that people actually enjoy watching the games that they play, either live or going back and being able to see it on YouTube, picking up tips or just watching great players play like what we've seen today. It's unbelievable. This I can't remember. Did I say? Yeah, I did say Hitachi would take it because of the Bane Bow, and I had no idea he'd be able to pull out a double tribe deck. But I mean, that's how these players are. They're gonna make you work for your money there. I'm sure both of the now finalists are taking a well-deserved little break and getting ready for the next what might be 5 rounds. Last year we went to 5 rounds when Burnout played versus TJ Streets Ahead, and those were epic matches. And I know for sure we're going to see some good stuff here.
Yeah,
Although Majaya does have. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying I'll have to go back and watch those because I was not around for that one.
It was fantastic. I actually got to do a couple of interviews with, live interviews with the guys last year, and that was fun. If not, we sent out the little Kipped Reviews questionnaire, and I'll probably be doing that again to get something back up on the forum for everybody to read and to give all these fantastic, the great 8 players of Shadow Era came out and played their tails off for the last 2 days. And now we're getting ready for the absolute final match, which, I don't know how to call this because I did watch a couple of Amber Fade's games yesterday, and she definitely can use Majaya's abilities and the different spells and such, along with her allies effectively. Now, whether she can stop Hitachi from loading the board, which she can with Nova, but there's a couple allies out there that you cannot Nova to death, which I'm sure Hitachi is going to hold on to those like gold.
Yeah, definitely storming the board like he did against Otto is not going to be as much of an option because mages just have such good board control with their spells. So we'll have to... Well, I imagine we're going to see him switch to more of the undead stuff and focus on using his weapons. But that's just me.
Well, I mean, you're no slouch when it comes to playing either. So you've got some great strategy there. I constantly lost to the Bainbow decks, and I used to play the A1 guys when that was the deck in vogue constantly. And I just never, I almost, you saw it and you knew that you were just in for an insanely hard fight. Amber Fade's a more confident player than I've ever been, so I'm sure that they're both shaking in their boots a little bit, worrying about what cards the other one is going to get. Now, is there a playoff for third place?
Yes, there is, and I believe that's the reason
Okay,
why we're seeing Imagor make a game here.
there you go. You took the words out of my mouth. Well, good luck to those guys. It's going to be Emigor and Otto, correct?
Correct.
Yep. Well, good luck, guys. Go A1. Yay. Got to throw that in there.
Yep, there's even winning third place, gets you a different prize. So
Yeah, no, these guys. Well, I mean, consider the amount of time invested, not just through the year, but just in these past 2 days. All these guys have earned, whatever the prize list is this year. I never get to compete for it, so I definitely have not read it. It looks like they're taking their time, which I certainly don't blame them for.
I'm personally not sure what the holdup is. We're apparently waiting on the tournament organizers for something, but we'll let them do their thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It is out of our hands. Emigor still waiting? Yeah, there's something's going on behind the scenes. Probably nothing that's going to matter to us, but
Patience.
yes, I know. I have to learn patience. 50 years now, and I haven't learned it. Never will.
I've gotten more impatient as I've gotten older.
It swings that way. Some things you get very patient with. Other things just drive you nuts. This is killing me, though. I have to admit, I want to see what's going to happen. That's I mean, really comes down to really, really, really want to see what's going to happen. So, how's the weather down there?
Right now, it's actually pretty good.
Snowy. Yeah, we got all that stuff that we had to go to work for yesterday is for the most part gone, except for the lawns, and which is great because it turned into quite a nasty mess last night. Watching people forget how to drive in the snow. That's got to be fun down in the Carolinas, and you guys aren't used to it at all.
Don't even get me started on that. They are so bad about it. Although it is really funny watching all the schools and stores close because of 3 inches of snow.
Absolutely, yes, that's hysterical. And I know you've spent your fair amount of time in the Great White North, so you know what a real storm is. When we lived in Nashville, that was if they predicted a flake, everything. Let's see, yeah.
And it looks like that third place match has started.
Yeah, they're into it 4 minutes ago.
And it looks like what's the holdup is they're trying to decide whether or not to do the finals after the third place match.
Oh, well, that would suck. But I suppose that's I can hear that conversation. If I were a player, I would unless I wanted that long of a break, I wouldn't want that. I would want to get this over with. Nope, Amber Fade has just shown up. She is now waiting for Hitachi. Looks like that decision was made.
Yeah, basically for the reason being is, people already staying up late, and I can always retroactively cover the third place match. So.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I understand. It's an important match. Two great players there, but let's get on to the World Series here, so to speak. And they have started.
So let's jump right in.
Yeah, I am there already, sir.
So good luck to both players. And
Absolutely. Here we go. Majaya gets a Ironhide down.
Yep, got that first turn advantage.
And there's a Vermin.
But because of that, Banebo does pretty good on turn 2 because his ability costs so little.
Absolutely. Oh, we got the Trolls here. That's something Majaya is going to use to her advantage. That dang Eternal Troll popping back up.
Yep, and if I remember correctly, Amber Fade has the Yurgons as well.
I think you're correct.
Krosh doing what he does best and taking low amounts of damage.
And there you go. Like you said, we do have a Ravager and a Death Crypt Spawn out there. So got that undead, the hopes for an undead roll happening here. Jai's got one more turn to use her Shadow ability.
Gonna go ahead and make super use of that troll.
Yeah. I mean, give me some cards. That's one thing that's great about that. And what do we have? A Bandit coming out. So the boards are tied up. And everybody's watching this game. Tachi taking his time. Sounds almost like we're talking like a golf thing here. There's two Crypt Spawns.
Gonna put in some golf claps at the end.
Yeah, really, a little slow golf clap for everybody.
Yep, and the Rapacious Vermin's gonna get sacrificed to make sure that Bandit goes away next turn.
Yeah.
I would probably use the Bandit to hit one of those Tormentors, even though it's gonna die, because it's gonna get off the board anyway. So, well,
That's
seems
what Hitachi wants. He wants them off the board so he can start recycling.
decided not to destroy the other one. Because he's got a Supernova.
Well, if I'm not incorrect, and that Troll stays out, so this gives Amber board control here. Hitachi just has to keep going back and hitting that same damn ally.
So that makes me question. I don't think the Supernova was part of the plan that turn. I think Amber drew that with the Majaya ability.
You're probably right. Have to ask her that later, or him, it.
Or they is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. Shim.
And there's the Hellfire Besieger, which is a pretty tough ally to get rid of.
Definitely. That would have been one of those ones that the Nova could not kill. One's got to believe Amber has a full complement of Novas and all spells. So we could watch this procedure go bye-bye very quickly. Also watch Hitachi's health go down. Phoenix. Well, Amber definitely has her own type of recycling deck here, as the Phoenix could come back once it goes down on fire and do more damage that way.
Yep, the deck is just filled with pretty sticky allies and then a lot of spells.
Yeah, and that's going to be a problem for Hitachi unless he can get this board going fairly quickly here. And again, you got to watch out for that Nova. We've already seen one. Doesn't mean he doesn't have 3 more sitting there.
Yep. I doubt Amber Fade is like Ninja Ducky and won't bring 4 Supernovas.
Yeah, I do. I always do.
That's an old reference.
Yeah, true. All right, let's see how he divvies up his energy here.
I imagine that troll is going to see the last of his days. And we may even see the Uragon catch on fire, but I doubt it. Because that would require the bow being destroyed.
Yeah, and that once you get that Uragon going on fire, it becomes an ally that you just have to hit the next round.
But it looks like he's going to go for it anyway. Oh nope, he's hitting. You know, that makes sense. That's a lot. That's a lot stronger than the weapon swing next turn would have been.
Yeah. And
it didn't get wasted on the Uragon, so brought Amber Fade down to 12.
Yeah. So and here we go. Here comes some spells. Lightning.
Yep. So Amber Fade has the board once again.
There you go. He just boosts his own ally. Now it's something that Hitachi, if he can deal with, should deal with. 3 points is no joke, especially not in a game this close.
Yep, and he even got 3 cards out of it.
Yeah.
Ooh, discarded a Lightning Strike, though. That's pretty good, although that's a desperate play. And he got rid of one of his Soul Seekers by accident.
Yeah, that's tough when you got to play the Harbinger and he's going to discard something on you and never know what he's going to get rid of you. Here comes the Bandit. And he is stacking the board with some tough allies. Amber also has its ability completely up and ready to go next turn. Any ally is going to take a heavy hit.
There's the Forgotten Horror to help bring back the board. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Although it is going to go down to Majia's ability. But then it's in the graveyard, so... Or then again, I guess the armor can't bring back the Forgotten Horror. I said that earlier, but then I thought about it. Forgot about the 3-cost condition there.
Yeah, and look at this. Amber is going right for the face. Bring him down to 9 points. This is a tough one for Hitachi.
Yep, it's not looking good.
No, don't think he's coming back. That Majia is just a very fast hero here, especially with this draw.
Yep, it's also a pretty bad matchup for Hitachi, in my opinion.
I'm agreeing with you here. Wait a second.
Yep, so Amber only needs 1 point of damage, which in Mage is not that hard.
No, definitely not.
Still got 4 resources from Hitachi, though, so... Yep, we're going to see the Shroud. So, I imagine that the Bandit is going to go away.
It still leaves 2 points from Death Mage Thaddeus there. Bless you. Sorry.
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you. Well,
Cryptspon Tormentor should go back into the hand, though. But Amber's calling it, so I imagine there's a Fireball, Lightning Strike, Supernova, you know, one of the general 3 in there somewhere.
There you
it's
go.
a Supernova.
It's the Nova. So there's 1 for Amber Fade. Not unexpected. She played fast, and Banebow could not catch up, which we just don't. Not like I say, it's not unexpected. It's going to be Hitachi's. He's got a tough one. He's got a very tough one to pull out here. Going to hope that Amber does not get good draw. That's what it comes down to. Amber doesn't have the cards she needs. Get set up for the next game. And that puts it 1 in Amber and none for the bow.
Yep. But Hitachi still has at least 2 more matches to start pulling ahead.
Yeah, I can't imagine that he won't be able to take one. He'll get the right setup. He'll get the right cards. and it'll be something that Amber can't keep up with. It's a question of that happening 3 times now. And looks like they have started. So we hop into this one and we cross our fingers. There's Rainbow.
Yep. And I guess we'll find out how much Hitachi can use the first turn advantage to his advantage.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, nice little tough alley out there.
That's not the best play for Amber there, but we'll see what Hitachi decides to do. Is he gonna?
Yeah.
You gonna attack it, and he decides not to.
Well, he's gonna try and take as many points off of Amber as possible, or of Majaya there, and I think he's got to do that because it could make Majaya question, should I use this Nova or anything else? Well, that's the only thing that could damage him.
Well, like I said before, if he sort of prioritizes aggression early on with his allies and then switch to the weapons and his ability late game when he's not going to be able to stick allies anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he looks like he takes out the DMT and gets to draw some cards in the process, and that Gambit will be going away shortly. So he wanted to keep the health total there. Oh, he went ahead and took care of the bandit.
Yeah, he's not going to let anybody stay on that board if possible. Even though Amber's got the spells, Hitachi needs everything out on there. Let's see if he's got that Nova ready.
Well, a lightning strike plus Majaya's ability would have took care of the board anyway. So.
Yeah, good point. I misread the amount of resources.
But we're going to see a Phoenix Uragon instead, which is probably a good play.
Definitely sticky and dangerous.
Wow, that was kind of weird seeing my own name pop up there for a second. But yeah, that Rapacious Vermin is dealing 1 damage a turn, which is definitely not something that Hitachi wants to happen, but he does have an ally out.
Yeah, just going to get picked away with spells here. Now that satisfies having 2 undead in the graveyard, but we have no more undead to get recycled at the moment, although a Shroud would bring something out for him. Down by 4 points. Okay.
There's a Tormentor. Are we going to see another 3-drop?
Yeah, that Vermin's, there we go. There's the Shroud.
Yep, and it looks like he's probably going to sit on the Shroud, which is probably a good decision.
Yeah, save a little health.
Well, beyond that, it saves a lot more than just 1, and even if it does save just 1, the ally he brings back will be permanent, so...
A good point, yes.
And for all we know, that the last card in his hand is another Necromancer Shroud, so... But man,
true.
I just don't know how Banebo can deal with 2 Phoenixes like that.
Well, I think that Amber is sitting on a Supernova there, and not worried about it because once she Novas them, they will come immediately back. And we're gonna see
one of them won't. In fact, it looks like he's gonna try and kill them both here. Oh, he changed his mind. Really, I see no reason not to take an ally.
Yeah, I would hope he at least tries to get, say, you know...
There is an ally in Amber Fade's graveyard, right?
I thought about that a second ago, and I'm questioning it. I don't know.
Yeah, the bandit.
I think there was a bandit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, he is going to take out this on fire one. Get rid of that Vermin.
Ah, okay, that would be one reason. And he decides not... Oh, right, the Tormentor.
Yeah.
Tormentor still could attack.
Yeah, I'm betting we're going to see a Nova here, and that's not good for Hitachi.
I've had 3 cups of coffee now. It doesn't really affect me in like staying awake, but it does make my mind scramble a bit.
Yeah, well, my mind's been scrambled.
There's the Supernova,
Ah,
which makes me wonder if it would have been better to just hold on to the Deathmage Thaddeus and pump up the Death Collector instead.
you're probably right there. I think what's happening is Hitachi is scrambling, and I'm betting that Amber is holding 2 fires. Yep.
Yep,
There you
looks
go.
like that's the case. And if the other card in his hand was the Deathmage Thaddeus, that actually makes sense then, because he
Mhm.
wasn't going to be able to play it anyway. So the way he did it, he still had a DMT to play.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. It's looking very bad for Hitachi. Uh, Amber knows what cards to hold on to. Obviously, a very accomplished mage player, and that's tough. That's going to be a tough one. Although Hitachi is a fantastic player, I think he just has a bad matchup here, and a bad matchup with a great player, not a good sign. Not good for anybody.
yep, but because he's such a great player, he can bring it a lot closer than most other people would.
Agreed. He's just not. It's not fast enough. That mage is very fast.
The thing that's really killing him though is those allies that just keep coming back.
You're absolutely right. What do you call them? Sticky
Yeah,
allies.
sticky.
Not a good thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's terminology that Shadow Era players use, but that's one I use in many games. So
I understand.
and it looks like that
I'm
Emigor
using a big word like.
managed to win game 1 of the 3rd place match.
Yeah, I see that as well. Well, that Praxis deck that's got to be killer versus Serena, unless she steals the absolute right cards. Um, then Emigor is just gonna whittle them down.
Yeah, I imagine
Well,
those Armor of Ages are no fun to deal with.
No, but at least he's got Stop Thieves there, unless he gets them discarded, which is just a killer against the Praxis.
All right, game 3 is up.
There we go. Okay. All righty.
And Itachi is going first again.
Okay. Here we go.
I wonder if he'll have a different 2-drop to play this time, because I think the only reason why he played the Vermin was because it was his only choice, but it looks like he's going to have to do it again.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah. That losing those points, God, if I had counted how many, he lost at least 4 or 5 points of it out there.
At least.
And that's
a whole free Supernova for Amber.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's why I'm kind of hoping he'll attack in, and he does.
Yeah,
that's what I was expecting him to do the last game, because then even if that Mass Bandit can come in and weaken the Collector or whatever, it's going away.
Yeah.
And then
get rid of that soft target.
And even more than that, since it's going to get shuffled back into the deck, that's just one more card between Amber and a Fireball or something.
Agreed. And you can only hope that it does block one of those spells, because those are key cards for Amber.
Yep, and that's the thing I've always said about Mass Bandit. I think people kind of underestimate just how bad it is that thing gets shuffled back into the deck.
That everybody's probably looking at it saying, "Oh, great! I've got I can't get decked out as easily," but they don't realize that it does come between you and a card.
Yep, and he decides to use his ability instead of just using the Death Collector there to take out the Gargoyle, so he can maximize damage onto Majaya, which I totally agree with.
Yeah, he's got to get that health down fast. He's got to take Nova off the board as much as possible. But then the old saying of 2 fireballs to the face is always a horrible thing. Because there's 8 points. Boom, boom. for not a lot of resources.
Yep, and the Death Collector is going to go down to Magia plus Deathmage Thaddeus. And that Vermin just chipping
We
away
haven't
at
seen
him.
a single weapon. Yeah, that is a true double-edged sword there. It's I'd want to get rid of that as quick as possible, but he needed board presence, so. Okie dokie. Too bad Thaddeus couldn't smack him for 1 damage or something. Okay, here comes Feasterling. And we're in Nova territory, unfortunately, and if he's got it, he's going to use it. Let's see. Is it a barbecue? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about something. Maybe he doesn't have it. That'd be the first game he doesn't have it here. Oh, he's throwing out his ally. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he
Get those
necessarily
recyclable.
had to play Supernova here,
Yep.
but definitely would be a consideration.
Yeah, I mean, I would have played it to clear the board. Here we go. There's a weapon we can use. And get a little health back. That is a godsend. And now,
Yep, taking a lot of damage from his own allies, but if he can close the gap fast enough, like you said, Supernova becomes uncastable.
yeah, absolutely. It's close to that, but not close enough.
Then again,
14,
it also
19 game.
it also gives Amber Fade the ability to tie the game with the Supernova, which they have done. They have done in this tournament
Yeah.
so far.
Okay. Yeah.
In fact, one of those ties is how I think a tie. I don't know if it was Amber Fade, but a tie decided one of the spots for the World Championship. So
Really? Okay.
yeah, it was during one of the wild cards.
Yeah, draws are rare. Usually swings in one direction or the other. All right.
Hulk's a pretty good ally to get. It's pretty beefy. Doesn't die to Supernova, but it will die to Lightning Strike though. Lightning
That's
Strike
true.
plus the Uragon. But the Uragon
there
goes
he
down.
goes. Beefing up his health a little bit. 10-point game now.
Yep, and
Nova
this
would be a
is-
dangerous play.
Yep, and this is the kind of thing I was talking about, focusing a little bit on getting that weapon out and making sure it stays out. And,
Yeah, that's the first weapon he's used.
Soul
yeah.
Seeker is one of the best weapons against mages.
Forcing him to use spells only or throw out 2 more points of health for that ally, depending, or for Rainbow there. And here comes the Nova. Now, does he have anything to take out that Hulk? Not with those resources, but
Yeah, it makes me. If that were the case, like if he's preparing to Lightning Strike, I actually think that playing that was a mistake. But we're about to find out. And actually,
yeah, here we go. 5,
that's
6,
a good
7.
game.
That's it.
Hitachi managed to take game 3.
That is what we're looking for in the World Champions, is the ability to come back and actually force such great games like that. That is fantastic. Well, we're down to another, not tiebreaker, but another fantastic playoff here. He forces game 4, and if he wins this one, we're on to a game 5, which would be awesome, especially since it's the finals, the 2 champions. Wow. Let's see how Amber draws this time. I don't know if it was a change in her play or a change in the cards in her hand.
I'm not sure, to be honest. Definitely,
Well,
probably
yeah, how can-
could have just be unfortunate draws the first couple
And we
games. But the real unfortunate thing here is he doesn't have first turn advantage anymore, because Amber Fade's going to get to go first this time.
No.
And if he loses this one,
That
that's
is
game.
true. Absolutely. It's do or die for Hitachi. And I'm sure Amber would, there they go, they are up. Hitachi's biting his fingernails, and we'll see if he pulls out another vermin, or Feasterling's not so bad because at least you're using that as it, it doesn't take health every single turn from you unless you use its ability.
Yes, it does. It has sustain 1 on it now.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. They basically
okay.
moved one of the points of damage. Like, you used to activate the ability and it dealt 2 damage to you, but instead that got kind of halved, and now it's sustain 1 and the ability deals 1 to you.
Gotcha. Well, here comes that sticky troll. We didn't see him last game. Let's see what
The troll's probably going to deal...
Alone,
I imagine he's going to go ahead and take care of it because you don't want Amber Fade to use Sacrificial Lamb on it again. So taking care of that, keeping the board.
Cast that Bad Santa. There you go. Clear the board. Keep the board.
Bad Santa wouldn't be too bad for Hitachi right now. He'd lose 1 card, but 1 card's not that big a deal. I actually think Amber would lose out on exactly 1 card as well, so it would have been a tie thing. But put the sticky ally down of the Phoenix Yurgon.
Yeah, that's 2 of those things that you got to deal with next turn. Amber's got her Crypt Spawn. Nothing in the graveyard yet for Hitachi. Hitachi is going to. He's going for the face. He knows that's his best hit.
And that's pretty good for him. Because that Yurgon's not going to do anything on his own.
Not much. 2 damage. He'll take out an ally here. Yep, take out the Death Collector. Soften up the Crypt Spawn.
Yep, and we'll see if Amber Fade decides to use Majia's ability. I imagine so.
I'm betting. Yeah, get the card, clear the board a little bit. There goes Collector. Bye-bye, but that now puts 2 undead allies. See if Hitachi has a Shroud or something else that he can use. FML. What the hell's that?
I'm not gonna. It's F my life, basically.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Now I understand. You crazy kids and your text talk. Every time I try and guess one of those things, I'm always inevitably wrong. Okay. 6-point game.
Yep, and things are looking in Hitachi's favor, and not just because of Amber's comment, but the Supernova is going to take care of the board there, but I'm pretty sure that Amber would have liked to have gotten more allies than that.
Absolutely.
So I imagine we're going to see a few ally drops here. Or a Gambit, so
use his ability. Get some cards, baby.
Yep, he'll get them next turn. I wonder if he has anything else to play, if that last card is a playable card, and it is. Probably going to sit on it, and he does.
Smart move. Itachi keeping himself alive and pushing Amber to the brink. There's the Ironhide. Fireball. Barbecue. 12, 4-point game now.
If he's got a weapon, he's in a really good spot, even if that weapon doesn't deal that much damage to, or at all. It's down so low now. And there's the Soul Seeker.
Agreed.
And we're going to see the Death Collector come back with 4 damage, bringing Amber down to 2 life.
Points.
So
thank God
Amber has to
not have Feasterling or vermin out there.
Yeah, and Amber has to finish this game next turn. If they don't, it's over.
Yep, and then we will be on to that infamous Game 5, which I am really hoping happens here. Not just because it's Hitachi, but because it's no he
Fitting for
can't
the
do
finals.
it here. And yep, here we
Yep,
go.
he's got one more turn though, so there could be double fireball.
Oh, wait a second. Hitachi's got the weapon out there, and Amber's only got 2
Oh yeah,
points.
you're right. So never mind, it is over. I don't know what I was talking about.
Well, for the first time, I got some math right. I want all you kids to write that down. Kip was paying attention.
Yeah, but the
And we
problem
are
is
in
you're.
a Game 5.
Yes, we are.
That is awesome. That's just like last year. The 2 champions, and they are definitely both champions, have pushed it to the very end here. I think Hitachi has found his legs, knows what he can throw out, should throw out, and what he shouldn't. Amber, on the other hand, is not playing catch up, but Amber needs a better draw. I think we saw a draw there that Amber did not like, or it wasn't very useful.
I'm kind of curious what that might have been.
Well, maybe he got, let's say, 3 supernovas in the first hand or something like that, and had to sack him. And also, Hitachi brought him down in health so quickly that sacking him was the only thing he could do, because otherwise he would get himself so low that it just wasn't, not good to use something that inflicts self-damage.
Yep, and Hitachi just didn't care about all that sustain, but it ended up working out for him.
Absolutely. Well, he's got to use those cards smartly. I think not having it out there on the first turn, that Vermin, actually helps a little bit, because like we saw in, I think it was Game 2, he lost, 5 to 7 points just by having that ally sit out there and do effectively nothing for him.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things is that he realized that might have been a mistake, but we'll find out later about that, because I think he definitely learned from the first 2 games how to fight back.
Mm-hmm. Now, have they started already here?
Yes, they have.
Yeah, okay, I thought so.
And Amber Fade has gone first and played Bandit, and then Hitachi has played Feasterling.
Okay, yep. Yeah, see, I was still happy about my little math victory there. Now I'm catching up. Yep,
It's the small victories in life that make you the true
absolutely.
world champion.
Yeah, in this case, we got 2 bandits out
Champion
now,
of the real world.
Yeah, right. That definitely ain't happening. Okay, well, Hitachi is getting his board set up.
Yep, and I'm actually kind of hoping that he doesn't kill either of those, because maybe he realized what I was talking about earlier, but he does go ahead and kill one, which, now that I think about it, is definitely a good call, because they would have been able to take out the Death Collector, and neither of them would have really gone back in. Well, one of them would have.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and the Phoenix.
Yep, having to settle for that 2-cost ally as opposed to like the Troll probably hurt Amber quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely. This is it. 23, 26. Hunter's Gambit. Okay, it looks like he's going to take that Phoenix out.
He decides to leave it.
No. Okay. That means when that Phoenix does go bye-bye, when that Nova comes up, he's going to get a couple of cards. He's keeping the keeping his draw options open there.
He is going to lose his board though, which is not so great. But he did essentially not allow that Uragon to have 3 points of attack.
Yes.
So.
Exactly. Yep.
And they're both going to draw off that death.
Yeah.
Amber Fade more so.
Yeah, the Phoenix sticks. That's Bandit. Okay. So he's got the board. He's got 4 points on there. Let's see what Hitachi can pull out here. I find myself trying to look through his hand, guessing at what he might have. Come on. Yeah, Hitachi's in a tough spot. He's thinking about what he needs to do. Throw an ally out there that's going to absorb damage and probably die. Or, okay. And he is going to use it.
Looks like he doesn't want that bandit to stick around, or he might just go face. And he's going after the Uragaan, which actually makes more sense. Because that's going to die when the turn takes over. That armor's going to take one hit.
Phoenix.
But that one health point matters.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Definitely tied up on health here, 2020. Hitachi has your shadow energy. Not much you can do with it, though. I mean, chip away at the allies. Hitachi's got to get some boards. Something out here sticking. If he had that Soul Seeker again, that would be a very good card for him.
I think that might be one of the best cards he could have, besides maybe another Hunter's Gambit. But he's got a Weevil Tip Crossbow, which is definitely not too bad. Won't be gaining some life, but it did allow him to play the Cryptspawn Tormentor.
No, he's got some board presence, and that's what he needs right now. Now let's see if the spells start popping up. Fireball, Lightning Bolt, either one of those will take that Cryptspawn out. There you go. Oh, nice little foiled Lightning Bolt for you. Sparkly in more ways than one. And what is he? Bummer. Not seen that thing recycle yet. Forget the terms for how it recycles. And it's got the Hulk out there. There's a big fatty that's not going to die. Not going to die easily.
Any of the spells will do it, though. Like, even if he has Supernova, he can just throw the Uragaan in it, but... Well, I said that, but Lightning Strike, I guess, doesn't do it.
No, it doesn't do it, but he's going for the face here. He wants this over as quickly as Hitachi wants it over, but both of them want to win. And there's our problem at the moment.
Yep, and that Hulk is pretty good. Even if he goes to the face, he can still deal 2 damage to the Uragaan.
Yeah.
Or he could try and take the Uragaan out, but at this point, I don't think that's a good idea.
No, you don't want to leave a 3-point ally up there. He's got you by 4 points. As far as health goes, Amber Fade's going to have his Shadow Energy up next turn. And this is looking tough. Up here we go.
There's the Soul Seeker, though. Now might be a decent time to do that.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. There you go.
He also has his ability next turn, so he can take out the Uragaan if it manages to survive.
Absolutely. And he comes back with 1 point ahead.
And well, I guess you would want the ability to be used. I was going to say something about going in on that Uragaan with the Hulk so that Amber had no target for the ability, but that just saves up the Shadow Energy, so...
Yeah. There we go.
Yep, that Leyline Nexus really hurt.
Yeah, I didn't know he had one in there. I think we might have seen it before, but I don't remember.
I think the vast majority of the decks run it because of just how impactful it can be. I think.
Yeah, if you're not a warrior and have Shattering Blow,
Smashing Blow, and then rogues with Stop Thief and priests with Focus Prayer. I imagine we're going to see 2 allies come out, or just one and the Shroud, which is good enough.
Yeah, but we are in heavy spell territory here, I think.
Indeed we are.
Yeah. There we go. Hitachi's got to do some serious damage very quickly.
Yep, I think
Take
he
Nova
wants to
off the
see
board.
another Soul Seeker. And he sacrifices up
Yeah.
to 7. That's kind of curious. Does he have
Well,
a Vol or something? What
I
could
don't
he
know.
possibly?
whatever he got rid of, he knew he didn't need it or could not use it. Could have been a vermin, something like that. Which at this point in his game, he cannot throw down one of those allies that's going to take away his health.
And that is true.
Oh man. Well, at least 2 fireballs to the face won't get him this time. At least not on this round. But
No, but he
are
did get the
incredibly close.
corpse. He did get the corpse taker back, or the
Yeah.
crypt spawn tormentor rather.
Oh, he has got the board now. Let's see what he can pull out here.
Yep, and those are very sticky allies indeed.
Not
And without
fun.
the ability up, not looking good. Forgotten Horror is one way to do it though. But
Now
that,
is that Phoenix on his next turn? It will. Yeah, it's ready.
yeah, it's ready.
Um,
So a
so-
supernova will do it. I was gonna say a fireball will do it, but think that's the
Oh.
case. Transmog gonna take out that Forgotten Horror. It is now not forgotten because it is now a stone piece of art.
Yeah. Hitachi is
Making
in
sure
a
that he
very,
gets
very-
those cards. Things are
Yeah.
not looking good for Hitachi.
Nope. I'm hesitantly saying I'm going to have to call this for BP's year. BP Amber Fade looks like he's got this about tied up. Hitachi can perform some miracle here. We'll see. Forgotten Horror, perhaps? No, you can't do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think he's going to be able to take out one of these gargoyles.
Yep.
If he had a weevil-tipped crossbow, he might have been able to do a little bit of something, but
Absolutely.
doesn't look like he has a weapon. He's got another Crypt Spawn Tormentor, though. Or that's the same one, actually.
Yeah.
So now it pretty much comes down to it. Does,
Very good
and
game.
very
He's
good
got a
games.
fireball.
Looks like he's got the Supernova. I'm going to guess Supernova. Yep.
Yep.
So that
there we
Supernova
go.
closes it out. Congratulations.
Yes, 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 yes. That is, congratulations very much to you, Guy. A1 has the most respect for you all, and that was an unbelievable tournament. I cannot believe how close that was. Definitely not. And it came down to draw. Amber obviously drew and played very well. Hitachi just did not get the cards he needed in the last game. And that's the way Shadow Era goes. That is fantastic. That was an amazing, amazing. 8 players came. We now have our champion, Amber Fade. Big ups to you. Fantastic. Well played against a very tough opponent. Very tough opponent through the whole thing. And we'll have that trophy delivered just as soon as we can find it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Fantastic. Hey, Demenci, I would like to thank you very much for having me on your show. I got to run now, and I will talk to you a little later. Thank everybody for tuning in to Demenci streams. Please tune into them again, as he's going to do some coming up through the weeks. Look for him on Twitch and YouTube. And once again, go Shadow Era. You guys are the best. Thanks, Hitachi. I'm out.
Yep, see you later, Kip. Thank you very much for joining me. And those of you who want to stick around, I'm actually going to go back and watch Hitachi's first round game. And after that, I'm going to cover the tiebreaker. But I'm actually, just for recording purposes, I'm going to end the stream and then restart it. So I will be right back.